do the
Oh, the
intro
baby.
because if I do it, yeah, the baby's gonna
You
be.
got you got laws.
But we can all say agree though. Fuck Nikki, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're live. Oh yeah.
Come on.
Steve, you're the one that told us to do that, Steve. Hey.
Yeah, everybody knows it was me. Out of heaven.
Assemble! Dun 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 dun.
I think you did it wrong.
I actually have no idea how he says it.
Yeah.
The man has like no rhythm.
What's up, guys? So we're on chapter 872, and we're gonna be doing the review. Nikki's gonna be joining us after he gets out of the bar. But what do you guys think of the chapter? Like, what would you guys rate it?
Ooh, I mean,
I would give it a solid meh. It was alright.
Yeah.
It was alright. It wasn't bad or anything.
What number is that?
I'll
I
give
don't know. Make up your own number because everyone has a different meh. I would say
I'll
5
give
out of 10, but people think that's low.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds like a
6
2.
out of 10.
Well, devil egg, that is low.
I mean, yeah, to you, but my scale is like 5 is just okay.
No, but honestly, I give it a 6.5.
Okay. Anything particular that bothered you about the chapter, Miraz? Usually, anyone gives it like Lord of the 7. Like, I always find there has to be something.
Well, the most difficult thing I had to do is that Big Mom got in the rage mode, and she already could have that be happening 10 times already. But hey,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
me, or is but
Wait, what?
I just don't like it the way that Oda did it in the end. That she got a rage mode because the cake was already destroyed when Luffy came out, so already she could have those rage moments.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
I mean, there's only 10 chapters.
Oh well, 10 chapters. Well, just make it 100 chapters. Wow.
What about you, Steve?
I don't know. I mean, overall, I think I gave this one like at least a 7 out of 10. Like initially 7.5, but like 7 out of 10 because like I felt there was a lot of like it was good. We got the progression. Like we're about to escape the island. I didn't like the way it was done because like nobody knew that everyone like how they escaped. No one knew. You know, it just felt like they were able to pull a fast one on a Yonko's crew, and it's like, come on. And like honestly, like
about the magically not being in her hands anymore.
Oh yeah, that I'm like what? But like the one thing that was annoying me too, and you can tell this is a setup for the anime, but like when Tamago was saying like, wait, oh my god, what's going on? We're falling. Like you'll need to make 3 panels for that. I was so bothered by it. I'm like, why waste 3 panels on the same shit that's gonna be said?
It's the same thing with the beginning of the chapter. Like we already knew that it was a tomato box and everything, and still
I feel like
has to put it in.
I feel like that was for
that
casual readers.
That was another thing that was annoying. Like
I feel like that's for like casual readers that don't like listen to theories and stuff, so they probably might have forgotten about that.
I felt like it's going to be something that they're going to use later to like have Big Mom be angry at Fishman Island.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a reminder.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, go my bad.
I was going to say, because I feel like the only person that knew about the bomb is going to be Morgan, Dufeld, and then Stussy. Or is there anyone? I mean, like in terms of like what caused the falling of the tower, because it seemed like no one else really knew.
Yeah, because I mean, like, who really else knows besides like those guys about the bomb? I mean, the box itself.
Yeah, because everyone was saying like, "Oh, is that cannon fire? Like, did someone get to our shores?" Like, so I feel like that's gonna be because how do you think that's gonna like come into play? Do you think like Morgan's just straight up say like, yeah, like the Fishman Island box is what exploded the castle?
I mean that is the only way you can kind of explain it because then like how like I don't know, it's gonna be so weird how I don't even know if he's gonna even survive after this arc. Big Mom's going into rage mode. She might go off and kill people and stuff. So it depends. But like, I mean, the only way he's gonna say is like, yeah, like an explosion came from it. Maybe they can say like Fishman Island was gonna try and like plan her assassination with a box, something like that. Yeah, like that's the only way I can see it. And for then, it's like it makes it worse on Fishman Island. Like not only did Luffy script things, with the phone call he had back then at Fishman Island, now you have this happen. It's like, and not to mention because we know that Shirahoshi is going to be going with them and stuff to Mary Joie to do like the petition and stuff to have them go up to the surface. This kills them immediately because it's like, why are we going to affiliate with someone that's causing trouble with someone we don't want trouble with?
Yeah, I felt like it was just crazy to like see the ending of the Big Mom getting angry because I know you guys. It sounds like a majority of you guys didn't really like it. The only reason I would say I kind of liked it is it gives them like a reason for the next chapter to actually be able to escape. Because I would assume that the commander's going to have to come back and stop her from like literally murdering everyone on the fucking island. But I think it's how they're going to like stop her from. I mean, like, would she just be able to fucking go and eat the cake? But like, then he turned the cake into something else, the sponge cake, so like it would taste different from what she said.
Yeah, and she said like anything that's touched by his powers, right? Like it fills the belly, but it tastes horrible. So
Yeah.
like,
So like,
I mean, she wants to eat good food, but like, wish she eat Struzen's food? Like,
yeah. So I'm saying like, if that's her, like, because you know how like the Crokenbush, right?
Yeah.
How like that was the only thing that she could have ate to like quench her thirst or like her hunger, I should say. Like I feel like now that the cake was turned, she can't eat any of the cake. So like, how are they gonna fucking fix her from like killing everyone?
yeah, exactly.
I didn't have a problem with Big Mom's rage thing. I just felt like it was way too convenient for the timing. Like, because the second the Strides got away, it's like she's gonna hinder her own crew from chasing them.
Then again, though, like technically, like she could have still, prior to her falling, could have still ate the cake until he turned it. So like maybe it's now that she's realizing, like, okay, like the cake's completely done. Like there's no more cake. Now I'm pissed. Like that's the only way I can see it. But I do love Smoothie's face at the end, bro. When she's looking, she's like, ah, shit. But I guess I would get the chapter. I'd probably do like a 7.5 similar laws, just because I felt like it's kind of cool to see like how everything happened, so it's not like a complete asshole. Like I was telling Double Lake earlier, like, I'd rather have this kind of ending versus like during mid fight, like they somehow got away in front of like the entire Big Mom pirates.
Yeah, I'm saying like if Big Mom went crazy while the Strides were right next to her and stuff, and it was like she's attacking everyone indiscriminately, I feel like you could do something there.
Yeah, but then like even then, I feel like then the Straw Hats shouldn't be able to get away even more so if she's enraged.
Yeah, because literally
she's not really thinking about it. It's not going to be as coordinated,
right?
I would think
it's like fucking having Godzilla or King Kong on your island. What were you gonna say, Lazo?
Oh, no, I was gonna say because like even then too, like let's say like how they be able to skip in a situation like you're gonna throw a fucking smoke ball or something, just to get out of there, and not to mention like of course she's enraged, right? Like I said, he's not gonna be just a Straw Hat's gonna be in trouble. It's gonna be her whole family. Like how are you supposed to stop someone like her who's we've seen from experience like what she's done in her anger. So like unless they've been prepared for a situation, but considering this is probably the most she's ever been pissed off, I don't see how they're gonna be able to pull it off. Which is where I see like Pudding most likely is gonna make a play to try and stop them. It's kind of been foreshadowed from like how she has to change everyone's memories and stuff after the events of the wedding so that everything looks normal. I think that's where it's going to have to come into play. Whether she meets up at the the Sunny, maybe she meets up in the middle because the way it's all set up, they're closer to the original hideout where Beige was more than they are with the Sunny. For them to get there, they would have to either take the Sharka submarine that they took with Pedro and Brooke, or they would have to go through the middle, and that's like no way you can do that.
I feel like Pedro and Brooke are going to run into some of the Big Mom pirates because they're going towards the city.
That would be oh god, I don't want to say it, but if Pedro sacrifices himself. But
no, I think it's just Brooke and Chopper.
Wasn't it? Oh, was it not Pedro? Okay.
They're going towards the city?
Yeah, I think
Brooke
was riding Chopper. Yeah, Brooke was riding Chopper if I remember.
Yeah, because in the anime we see it like right next to the fucking whatchamacallit buildings and shit.
Well, they can take the back way, right?
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
They don't have to like go through the city to get to it.
I mean, they don't have to, but I mean, they're gonna be near the city, and Big Mom's kids are like near the city, are in the city, so they might run into them.
But I mean, if them falling from the cake was enough for them to be distracted, so the Straw Hats and the Fire Tank Pirates and the Vinsmokes could get away in the first place, then Big Mom rampaging throughout the capital, I think that's enough to keep them occupied while the Straw Hats do their thing. I can't see any of them, like diverging.
That'd be kind of disappointing.
Yeah, it would be disappointing, but it already happened once. So, I mean,
I think it'd be almost smarter to have Lily Jinbei call his sharks and like they just take that to the ship.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that would be cool.
Like they had him there before, and they did it with Impel Down. Like I feel like that'd be the fastest way to just walk into the water, call like 4 sharks, and just go right to the Sunny. Oh,
he's gonna split the seas like Moses.
Yeah.
You find out, he's like Ancient Kingdom bloodline or some shit. It's like, how'd you do that?
As you would call it, Hydrofall, I think it's called.
Yeah, Hydrofall, baby.
Yeah. Oh my.
But I guess all the people who said Big Mom's gonna fall this arc are right because she fell.
Yeah, she
Dustin,
I don't even understand how they got loose, bro. Like how did Gillette go from having her foot on top of Luffy while he was restrained to hanging from the edge of the castle, and Luffy just somehow.
They just did some like that off-screen stealth thing that Batman does. You know, when you turn around and he's gone.
There's also the same thing with Big Mom holding Ichi in their hands, and
bro,
off-screen stealth. I'm telling you guys, it's the new thing.
I didn't even think about that. Like, Big Mom just let him go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I first saw them picking up Judge. I was like, weren't you guys being held?
Brother, that OP. I mean, like you said, high def fight, never double.
Yeah.
That's an off-screen high def.
They don't even look injured. So what happened?
How is it possible?
Let me ask a real cancerous question real quick.
Oh God!
And it might not be too cancerous because like everybody might have the same viewpoint. I don't know. But how big do you think that portion of the castle that Struzan cut is compared to Pika?
The top, dude, I think it's way bigger than Pika.
Well, they said the cake was at least bigger than the size of the city, right? And he was like at least city size, Pika. So I would say around the same range, if not a little bit more.
Yeah, because I don't want like. Well, I mean, I guess we saw it in the manga like before when we see like how big when Luffy's jumping out the window, like how big just like a section of the cake is. Yeah. Like I guess like look at page 13. It's actually kind of a good like viewpoint of like how big that shit is over the city. Like it's
I'm looking at page 15 and it's ridiculous. Like they actually show it falling on the city in a from a like lateral perspective.
Did you guys talk about anyway that they just don't give a shit about Cracker because they were saying like Cracker and they say, oh yeah, we'll fucking leave him over there. It's no problem. You don't.
Where the fuck is my boy at, man?
I mean, he's in the hospital. He's already dead. But
what is fucked up is still a commander. Come on, he has to protect you guys.
It would be so sad if like he's meeting up a snack. It's like, okay, we gotta go protect Mama and shit, and they just both fucking just die.
Next in the hospital.
I assume that a lot of these cats will be able to fly.
You would think like. Because like, I feel like Prometheus and Zeus could carry what like 50 people for how big they fucking are.
Yeah, because we actually seen Prometheus grow. Like you remember when Pudding sat on top of him? Like he shaped himself into like a couch.
Chair. Yeah, or something.
Yeah, and plus Zeus is like a cloud too, so like it's pretty a lot easier to carry people and stuff, right?
Yeah, like he's carrying Big Mom, and it looks like there's a ton of room left. You know what I mean? Like but I don't know. I feel like they just don't care. Like the thing is, how big's the body count from that shit falling?
Well, Pudding can fly.
Yeah,
Pudding can fly with a carpet. She can't fly on her own.
Exactly. That's what I mean with a carpet. I didn't see the carpet for a while, and Naito as well.
He was fighting that.
It would be hilarious if they decided to put the carpets or whatever to Big Mom, and the fucking carpet just dies from impact.
She falls on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I fucking hate that carpet, so I'd be okay with that.
What floor was Cracker?
The third, I think. Actually, did we ever hear what floor he's on? I think
actually, we don't. I know
he was in the infirmary.
He was on the second.
Well, there was multiple infirmary floors.
Right.
Because
we never heard where Cracker was, so.
Because remember Reiju and Luffy when they met, they were on I think the fourth floor, third or fourth floor.
Yeah.
His fifth floor was Smoothie, and they were like 2 floors below it. So I think it was the third floor. So I'm assuming that like I don't know, maybe he's on, and that floor could have been huge as fuck. So maybe like Cracker was in a different room. I don't know. Either way, Cracker's
a snack. Like we're not getting any details. Just tell us Arush killed them, and then that's it.
I would love to see Snack just on a different crew or some shit later down the line.
Honestly, I think I would have forgot about Snack.
Maybe Snack's opera.
What if Arush captures
maybe Opera's waiting on the sun instead of Pudding.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of opera, he's like in the boat ready for them. He's like, come on guys, get on the ship. Pulls a Robin, I'm on your crew now.
Yeah.
I can make you a cream. You know Luffy would accept it. Luffy wouldn't care. Big bro, like I got fucking hot chocolate every day now.
And I want to know about you guys. It's because I was in Discord in the afternoon, and there was so much hype about the whole Struzan that he's like even stronger than Katakuri and stuff.
I mean, what Devil did say?
I was saying it before, like even this chapter. I was like, Struzan is the first mate.
He is. I think he is the first mate because he joined first. But
yeah, I mean, if you want to be technical, he is the first mate. But whether or not he's the right hand is still up. It's still up in the air.
Well, technically,
come on, he has to be the first. He's got to be the
first. No, but technically, he was the founder of the Big Mom crew.
Yeah, I mean, like from a fighting standpoint, I'll probably say Katakuri has to be like the right hand man. But for like the overall operations, definitely Struzan.
Like. On page, well, like where he's cutting it, right? Like on page 15. Like I think that's Oda drawing how he's cutting it. I could be wrong. Like there's like different little lines around the cake. I don't know. All I know is he fucking cut that shit, in like one good swipe. So he's like, probably, as Grimmer say, he's the top tier swordman. He's stronger than Mihawk.
Yeah, but is it the whole castle? Is only the part that he cut?
I think. Kind of like how he saw the log with the ham. I think it was ham or something like that.
Yeah.
Now how he cut part of the log and then the rest was just wood still.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like when I look at it, because if you look at the page 15 where you see like the top piece falling off, to me at least it looks different than the rest of the cake. Like it looks like the top piece is sponge cake and the rest of it's the regular cake. But I don't know, like where the fuck did the rest of the cake fall? Like that's what I was trying to ask Devil Lake and Steve earlier. Is do you guys think he cut everything? Like we just only saw the top piece cut, or do you think he only cut the top piece because it's the only part that's hovering over the city?
I think he only cut the top piece.
Because if you look at the next page, right, on 16, like you see like the other part of the cake, not the top piece, that's hovering over it. And it seems like they're also saying though that is sponge. I don't know. I guess I think it's all up to interpretation.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say. It's like it's bent over.
Yeah,
it's really like falling down.
So I'm wondering if only that top piece was what they were worried about falling on top of them. So he cut only the top piece, and the rest of it is just normal cake. I don't know.
Well, if it's normal cake,
I feel like
people would be like sinking in the cake that's inside the cake, right?
All right.
What I think happened was like he turned the entire building into cake, but he only cut the top piece so that they weren't on the side. They weren't sideways when he landed.
Okay, I see. So you think that only the top piece or the bottom piece is sponge cake?
Yeah, the bottom piece is sponge cake, or else the bottom part of the tower still would have fallen in the city and killed a bunch.
Because I guess the top piece, if you look on page 16, the bottom left panel, like it does look like the top piece is in like the forest, like away from the city. So I guess that probably makes more sense as the bottom's sponge cake. Which I guess is I don't know. Because that's the opposite of what happened with the log. So I mean, obviously we only saw one thing of Struzan, so I'm sure he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, not to mention the fact he didn't even use hotkeys, so
yeah.
And I'm just curious, if he cuts like, for example, I don't know, one of the random people, and he says, "Okay, I want to change it in, I don't know, bread."
All right.
And he cut the arm off. Will the piece of the arm turn in bread?
I think so. Just because of how the only way I ever like think of that is like what's her name? CP Khalifa, like with the bubbles. I think it's something similar to that, where like you can do it to anything. I'm assuming.
So you think he can even do it to people?
I don't see why not.
Well, this is what I'm thinking he can do.
It was just like objects that he could do it to.
I don't think they ever stated that in the flashback. I mean, that's like it's kind of like how we talked about earlier. Is like with Mont Duor, like I feel like it's just up to interpretation. But it's one of those things where I don't see why he shouldn't be able to. Because like with Parmesians, like we've never really seen it where it's like you can only do it to one, like people or objects. Like it always was both. I feel like. But I don't know. It's up to how you guys see it. I'm trying to think of other users that are Parmesians that would be similar to that type of power. But I can't think of one off the top of my head. What about you guys?
No.
Like something that can like manipulate things.
Big Mom, she can't put souls into people.
But I'm saying like something. Oh, I mean, I guess it's kind of. I see more like directly of how his works, which is like you turn something into something else. I guess the best way to put it would be, I guess it'd be Sugar. I guess like I don't see why Sugar wouldn't be able to turn things into toys. If that makes sense. But again, we haven't seen that happen, so I don't know. Headcanon, that's what you have to use. but I want to say that he probably could. I mean, it would also match kind of like how
I wouldn't be surprised. Let me say that.
So now, real quick, I'm really just looking at all the pages and chapters. Look at 17 and look at Mont Duor. Is his fucking head cut open?
Let me see.
Page 17.
Yeah, like look at.
I'm off phone.
I see what you're saying. No, I don't think it's
I can't tell if that's part of his hat and like the stuff on the sides, like obviously the whipped cream.
Yeah,
I was just looking at it, but like the black part, to me, for a second, it looked like his head was like cut open somehow, just because like how close it is to his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, off screen. But no.
I'm telling you, man. There's probably some guy out there with the off screen only, just doing what he wants.
Yeah.
Who's gonna put him in
Oh
play?
snap! Did Prometheus catch Big Mom?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. That's why I was saying that
Yeah.
she's like,
I didn't even.
That's definitely Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus.
yeah,
Zeus.
yeah.
I meant to say Zeus.
That's what I'm saying. That like we didn't see Prometheus this chapter, did we?
Nah, I don't think so.
Because if I think about it, it's like for a son to carry Big Mom, man, like
Holy
that's
shit, he's
spooky
huge.
shit.
I just realized.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You could put like 50 more people on that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
but look how much you
yeah,
need to
big
carry
Mom.
that big bitch, yo. Like,
Yeah.
Like-
He broke his back like Sanji broke his back in the snow. So one funny fucking thing I saw was the next page where we see Nami. Bro, I love her and Caesar's reactions to each other.
yeah, it's so good, honestly.
That look of her face was just like, we don't need you anymore. Go die somewhere.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the translation's like, but I feel like it's gonna be something similar. We just go die or something, like.
Yeah.
And I love
Bro.
how like people were back then were still saying, so what is the chance that Caesar will be good? Well, Nami clearly stays right there, like, shut up, trash. Do you remember what you kids were doing, those kids back at Punk Hazard? Like,
They don't
Come
want
on,
this
man.
nigga, man, at all.
Like-
That Nikki's not here.
I mean, bro, like, you did the shit that you did, man. You know what? You gotta pay for your sins. Like,
So now, where do you think Caesar's going? Because he just kind of wanders off by himself a little bit.
I think Big Mom gonna take him.
I mean, I think he's still going to end up on Wano because they.
That's what I feel like too. Because they need, like, he has to be on Wano with it because he's part of that storyline.
I feel like we're
Yeah.
gonna get like a cover page story like 2 arcs from now, and we're gonna find out what happened to Caesar that way.
He's off on his island of women.
Yeah, or he's
Spending all
gonna
the
sneak in, or he's gonna sneak in Capone's ship or something like that.
but then the thing, like, what's gonna happen to Capone? Do we see him surviving this arc, or like he's dying? Like,
I mean, I think Capone's already gone. Like the Big Mom pirates are too busy dealing with Big Mom and stuff. I feel like he got away with this.
yeah,
Well, in Strussen's introduction, it actually does say he had the ability to turn any object into food.
yeah. And I gotta say this before, like, we go in more deeper, but man, if Capone is finished off this chapter, like he's gone, like from this arc, I gotta say, man, this guy was like one of the MVPs for
Yeah.
Oak Island.
Speaking of that, oh, sorry, go ahead.
He's one. I was just gonna say he's one of the most enjoyable parts.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
so-
definitely. Like he came into this arc. Literally, we were at a 6 out of 10, I think, and it bumped it up at least to a 7, 7.5. Like, he just made it so much more enjoyable. Like his bits.
So speaking of Capone, like, how do you guys feel about him? Like, me personally, and I know some other people, when we saw him at Archipelago, like in the manga for the first time, it seemed like he was just kind of like a rant. Like, he was still a supernova, but he just didn't seem to be like that important.
Yeah,
And personally, I didn't really like him. Like, I didn't like his design. Like, I thought he was gonna be kind of fodder in comparison to like Zoro, Luffy, Eustace, and all of them. But like
Mhm.
now that I'm seeing him, like after this arc, I feel like Oda did him justice.
oh yeah,
Like, I feel
definitely.
like he's a cool character now.
I didn't like his design. And I did see potential with like his devil fruit, and not so much with his character, but he definitely panned out in that aspect as well. But
Well-
but he came through in every aspect as far as I can see. And like Devil Egg was saying, that was last saying that. He made the arc more interesting for me.
Yeah, because it's because we always see it from the mafiosos. We think he's gonna be a scumbag and stuff. Well, to the end, he still was a scumbag for what he did with the sign and stuff.
Yo, dude, that shit had me dying. After
would-
fucking
He
like,
is
so that-
a
Yeah,
scumbag.
Before I might as well get into it, but
Scumbag.
like, when I saw that the first time, I'm thinking, okay, like what the fuck is he doing? And then I go look, it says there straw hats are this way. I'm like, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like this guy's like saying, "Oh, Godspeed" and everything. I'm like, oh, you know what? This guy's a good man, and like, yo, you piece of shit. But hey, he stayed
Yo,
true
what
to
if- what
himself, man. Like
What if the Big Mom pirates found that sign? They're like, they're trying to trick us. They went the opposite way.
that would be crazy. Can you imagine like the Astros go the other way, and Big Mom's like, yeah, after them, go, 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 and then they like run into a Rouge.
I love like Luffy's face. Luffy's just so like amused with it. He's like, "What the hell is this?"
What does this say? I don't know how to read.
You know,
Like,
I could see Luffy just slowly turning around like the Lake said earlier. Just turns it the other way to fucking Capone.
oh my
You see a
God.
flashback later, and Luffy's like, "Yeah, I turned it around."
You know,
Yeah,
Big Mom's
someone in
like,
the
you're
com-
not straw hats.
Someone in the comments was like, nah, I think Capone's gonna go to the shore, and then that's when Cracker reappears.
Oh,
Oh,
bro, I would laugh if like Cracker's just, like in a wheelchair, rolling up on the Straw Hats, and Luffy just punches him once and knocks him. Like,
that's the only way Luffy's actually gonna beat him.
Yeah, bro. Like I want to. I don't know. I would like to see like Cracker back now, but I do feel like we're gonna see him back later in the story when like ever we see the Big Mom parts again. And like you guys says, like I'd like to see Snack and see what the fuck he is or she or wherever the hell they are. Like who is? This
Like I feel
person?
like because he's a swordsman too, right? So he would fit so perfectly with Wano. Like let's say if they decide to invade Wano, the Big Mom Pirates to get after Luffy. It'd be great to see like how his swordplay skills would actually work up against like the other swordsmen on Wano.
Yeah.
Because like the matchup didn't fit well with Luffy. I mean, Luffy's just fighting like bare hands. This guy's fighting with a sword. So like, put him up against a swordsman, maybe like a Zoro or something. And we have to see how far he can take his abilities.
Yeah. See how OP Rouge already is.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Because like, that's the thing, bro. They had to send Cracker in. Like we don't know. Do we know officially that it says that like Katakuri is the number one, like in that order, or that's just us, like the readers and stuff. That's what we believe.
Well, we
I
know.
mean,
We know. We don't know about. Well, we know Smoothie has to be number 2 because we know Katakuri is number 1, Katakuri number 3. So I feel like obviously, and I think they say specifically that he was the 4th commander for Snack.
Now, what would you think of the? Would you feel like Oda would be trolling the shit out of us if he ever said Snack was number 1?
Dude, I would die because that would be so stupid. That would start such a cancerous debate with everyone.
I mean, I accept it, but it's in the manga. That's all Like Oda said, he.
Yeah, I
took
mean,
number
if
1.
it's in the manga, it's in the manga.
It'd be one of those things where like
I don't want that to happen.
if we knew a Yarush straight 1v1 Snack and that happened where we found out he's number 1, like could you imagine how bigger the hype would be for Yarush?
Like he's top 10 all time. Like that's how it goes.
Like it'd be one of those things where be okay, like why do they even need any other person in the story? Like just take Yarush to every battlefield and have him fight people to death.
Exactly. Like this guy is the one that forced Kaido to fall off the Sky Island, man. Because what he wanted with them.
He wasn't allowed to join Yarush's crew.
Oh my. Oh, it would be crazy. What if Kaido actually asked him, like, "Hey, why don't you want to be one of my calamities?" They're like, "What? You can be one of my calamities."
Yep, I'm a holy man. I can't accept that. So then what do you guys think then about like Katakuri literally just fucking telling Daifuku of all people to like form the squads? Like Daifuku top tier, confirmed.
I mean, they gotta be.
I think he's definitely a higher tier character, but I think top tier should be reserved for like for the commanders.
I just thought
top commanders, admirals, Yonko, and people like that.
The reason I say is like it's kind of funny because you have Smoothie who's over there not doing anything again, and he tells fucking Daifuku over Smoothie, "Go get your men," kind of. So
I mean, that's just him knowing Smoothie's lazy. He's like, she's not gonna do this.
Yeah. Unless there's a door she's uses. but no, I just thought it was funny because like you would assume that like she would have Smoothie, do the other squads, but yeah. So now, do you guys think next chapter they're going to have those people, like all the 3 commanders, try to stop her? And if so, what do you think they can?
Honestly, I think it should be easy, bro. I think it should be easy to stop who? In that state. In that state, for all of them together, I think it should be relatively easy.
You think Mondor is just going to trap her in a book, though? Come on, Steve.
No. I think Mondor is going to play a role. I think Mondor is going to play a role, but I think Katakuri is going to use that mochi. He's going to restrain her, and then Mondor is going to use his book ability. But
can you restrain enraged Big Mom?
That's what I was saying earlier before we start the stream. I think we're going to see exactly just how strong the mochi had, like the hold of the mochi, the adhesive property. I think we're going to see exactly how strong it is.
Well, they could do some kind of foreshadowing.
If Big Mom breaks out, then that means that it's at least somewhere in between base Luffy strength and Gear 4 strength, because we see she was able to clash evenly with Gear 4, but Luffy wasn't able to break out in his base form.
I just feel like what's going to happen afterwards in the community is if, let's say that happens, right? She breaks out, then they're going to say, okay, Katakuri, it's trash.
Nah,
if she doesn't break out, they're going to say Big Mom's trash.
That's good. You can't say Big Mom's trash. Like, after all this time, after what she showed last chapter, bro, can't nobody say
she didn't show anything last chapter because it was off screen, but
she clashed evenly with Gear 4, bro.
Yeah, I was joking around.
Oh, okay.
All I'm saying is, you know for a fact that in the Discords, that's what's gonna go down. You're gonna hear, oh my god, like Big Mom came and break out with the first commander. I guess like we know Katakuri's over Big Mom, or you're gonna hear like, okay, like Big Mom broke out so easily. Well, Katakuri's trash again.
And it's just like saying if Marco can heal from a full power Quake punch. that Marco is over Whitebeard. That's just Hex, bro. That's all that is.
Careful, Chatty's around somewhere. He's looking in the shadows whenever he hears Marco. He's like, someone's talking about that fucking flying trash bag. But let's see. I'm gonna open up the chat to see if anyone else wants to join in.
I was gonna say too, like, what you guys also
here.
thought of like Susie using Genpo?
I thought that's kind of cool because she just straight up tells Big News Morgan, yeah, like you can't fly, like have fun.
Yeah, which I'm interested to know like what race though, like what kind of bird he is, or if that's just like how he is and stuff. So like, because with Susie now, to me, I think she has to be a fighter in some way. Because like for her to know the ability like she did of the finger pistols, right, from a distance like that to pierce Dufel from the distance that she was at, and then to use Genpo, the moonwalk and stuff to be able to do what she's doing. Like I don't know, like I don't think she's just like she can fight. And then it makes me wonder. It's like because we're seeing like, what she's doing now. The what?
Dufel died.
Oh, I know Dufel's dead. I'm just saying, like, because we never seen from like Rob Lucci doing it from a distance, like the way she did it, though. No,
I mean Rob Lucci's done it better because never he did that. Like, I mean, it's arguable because I know Siebel and me think alike, which is that he snaps his like nails together to do it.
Yeah.
But the Firebird that he can do,
right.
Like you know, in the game of Burning Blood, where you do L1 and then the move, where the first one is base form is just like him doing the regular finger pistol, like she does, and then like the fuck is he? The leopard form, he does like a fire version of it.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I feel like his is better, but like obviously I'm sure like she's more like I don't think she's going all out to fucking kill him.
I think hers would be vastly superior, but I think his look cooler though.
Yeah. Like now in comparison, sorry.
Oh, no, I was gonna say like just like in compare like the way what we're seeing from Susie, whatever, right? This is only a glimpse of what we're gonna be seeing later on in the story from Rob Lucci. Because if he's learning, let's say like the advanced skills maybe of like the Rokushiki and stuff, like can you imagine like what he must have learned afterwards? Like
that's kind of what I was gonna say. It's like in comparison to where he's at now, I'm sure this is a lot better.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking about like obviously she's the direct term is queen of the red light district, I think it is.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it's called. The pleasure quarters. Yeah. So now, like, do you think because of how CP0 works is like or CP in general is how they take like orphans and they train them? Do you think they just take like orphan girls and put them in the pleasure quarters? And then do you think they're like trained, or do you think they're just random girls?
I think they just get trained the same way like the guys would, like just normal. They just test out who's strong enough to work with them, and then they just take them.
How funny as fuck would it be if like Sanji found out about the pleasure quarters, wanted to go see it, and it's just all Vodka's people?
Oh my god! It's like I was promised all these beautiful women, and you see all these trends.
Have you ever seen the Maki when they first go into the bar?
Oh my god! I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The one lady. Yeah. I could see it being like something like that for
oh my god,
from Alibaba.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I'm gonna put the link in the Discord if anyone wants to join, since Nikki's still in Jaya. Yeah,
Jaya doesn't close until I think what time is it now? 6, probably like midnight right now for him. Probably.
Yeah, we still got a couple hours.
So we're fucked.
What then predictions do you guys want to do for the next chapter?
Well, I've been hearing some stuff recently about like how if we switch around the numbers and stuff like 783, 837 and stuff, right? About the whole like Luffy's gonna get a new gear form. I could see potentially why, just because based on the numbers and what happened in those events, but like I don't know. I kind of do feel like maybe at the end of the chapter, like, depending on how well the progression is of the story, because again, we need to still get to the Reverie and like Wano and all that. I could see by the end of the next chapter, we're gonna probably see like maybe Pudding like stopping like Big Mom or something, like cutting them off or whatever, and then see what she can do to kind of prevent Big Mom from like going like AWOL.
Yeah, like maybe changing her memories or something like that.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see like, because I always thought we were going to see Tank, like the other version of Tank Man, assuming there is another version, just because like it fits with Capone being a tank person as well.
Yeah.
But like that'd be kind of cool to see him use that maybe against like either Cat Curry or Smoothie or someone if they do end up chasing them, and just see how roughly powerful it is. But I feel like it'd be kind of like a ass pull to a point, and the idea that like it's at the end. There's like, for instance, like how much more chapters do you think we're gonna get like for this arc? Because I feel like it's really close to be done.
I want to say we're done by August, like mid-August, I think.
5 chapters.
Okay, because then I feel like it'd be kind of a waste to have another gear form, like to see the full gear form, like with only 5 more chapters in the arc. I feel like I'd rather see it saved for Wano.
Unless like Big Mom sees a glimpse of it or something, like again. But then again, it's like maybe fucking off screen and stuff. So like I don't want that either.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like is gonna happen is like they're gonna like get a group of Big Mom kids, and they're gonna run into some of the Straw Hats.
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like a group of kids some of them are gonna be occupied with Big Mom, but I don't feel like all of them are.
Like, when you say kids, you mean like little kids or like her children? Like in general,
like her children.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like the kids with the balloons.
No,
and shit,
no,
like
no,
they're
not
top
like
of his
Worm Dog and Nana.
Yeah, sheepdog.
Oh, speaking of Worm Dog, I gotta say this real quick. So you guys noticed we finally got to see his brother and everything again, right?
Sheepdog.
Yeah, when he was like falling, they were falling down and stuff.
Yeah,
Like you
he's
see,
right,
but you see like everyone else like tipping over. The freaking the goats or whatever, right? Was literally holding his own, so he wouldn't like tip over.
Yeah, bro, shit's OP. Right, Steve?
Like he didn't even use hockey. Like that's
Those
pretty
are the
scary.
true commanders.
Hey, it's Nikki.
Yo, what's good, y'all?
I hear you walking home from the bar. You okay?
No, I just dropped my. I'm not from the bar. I just finished shooting.
He's not
today,
okay,
so-
He's
guys.
slurring. You hear
Yeah.
that? He's slurring. when He's talking.
Hey, Nikki. Did
Okay,
you?
fuck y'all, niggas.
Did Nikki spoil anybody?
No,
I
man.
didn't try. Oh, come on.
He tried.
Yo.
He tried. I didn't read the chapter again. Hangouts, and then he's already spoiling shit.
I did.
that-
Oh, come on.
The Devil Lake had a straight call him out to make sure that like no one else was done reading it.
Hey,
No, that
shout
was
out to
cool.
Devil Leg.
Husky, bro.
Hey, I'm sorry.
No.
The time difference is just like I thought you
I
guys
get
would
the
be
fuck out of
awake.
here. You know that shit already.
I was gonna have from work, Steve. Fucking.
It's
Nikki.
like lunchtime for him. He's like, yeah, the chapter's out. I'm so
Yeah.
sleepy. Like, what
No,
the fuck?
exactly.
No, because I didn't realize it was gonna be early. To be honest, until today.
No, we said no. I did this for a while. They were kind of talked about it. Like they said, like the leaks and stuff were gonna come out. I thought it was supposed to come out Tuesday. From the way that people were saying, like spoilers come out Monday. You might get a chapter Tuesday.
What do you think about the chapter, Nikki? Then, since we have you.
All right, I thought honestly, it after me what I said in the hangout was true. It has proved to be the shittest arc. Like the way it ended, I don't like it. Like the way it could have ended, as in the Big Mom family dies. That way it would have been a crazy twist. But at the same time, it was
That'd
like,
been so
what-
dumb.
That would
Yeah, it would have been so dumb. It would have been amazing, but so
Amazing.
dumb. Like it would have been both. Yeah, exactly. And then the fact that the ending I liked a lot though. The way it ended, that cliffhanger of Big Mom going crazy, I was like, yes.
Yeah, but then it's just like we've seen that shit so many times, and it's just like off screen. I just know in the back of my head, Oda's got some off screen.
Yeah, he's gonna off screen Big Mom's
Yeah,
rage. I can tell.
he's gonna off screen it. I'm sure that's the thing that's gonna piss me off. But I hope he doesn't. If he doesn't off screen it, that'll be one of the sickest things to see. Like him beat up, like Big Mom beat up Katakuri and stuff, and fucking Pudding get thrown into the ocean like she's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's gonna be great.
So here's a cancer topic about the arc. So assuming right where they're at now with Big Mom being angry, do you think if say Kaido, Shanks, or Blackbeard showed up, they could take her like entire island, like take everything? Because how chaotic that shit is right now.
Wait, say it again.
Ooh.
So like let's assume right from where everything's at now. Do you think if Blackbeard, Shanks, or Kaido showed up with their like force, they could just straight up take and kill Big Mom and take everything?
Nah.
From a tactical standpoint, if they know how to be able to like get by, like again, I think Kaido might most likely have a chance just because I think like he's probably fought her the most, considering like he's taken many losses to like all the Yonkos, and considering from that statement, if he's lost so many times to her, he knows some of the techniques and stuff. So maybe not him, but maybe like the crew members can figure out something by now.
I just feel like because of how chaotic everything's at right now, like her castle's gone, all of her ministers are on that one. Well, a majority of the ministers are on that island. Like she's enraged. So I feel like if they just straight up showed up, like they'd take her.
Yeah. I mean, the cliffhanger for this arc could be like we could see like Blackbeard's like main ship or something like pull up. If like he doesn't show up at the Reverie, which I wouldn't want him to see just because of the dragon, but like let's say at the very end we see like the main ship and like Blackbeard stuff's on the island, and like we just cut straight to the Reverie.
Can I say something crazy?
Go ahead.
I think Destroyer's gonna save the Big Mom crew from the
From who?
rage mode from Big Mom.
Nah, that's not happening. That is. if that
I'd be so
happens-
I don't know, man.
I'll drop
Nikki,
the
I'm not
manga
talking
for a
to you.
month.
No, Nikki, I'm not talking to you. You're from Jaya, so you're not messed up. All right?
I'm not even from.
Doesn't
I'm not
matter.
even from Jaya. God fucking hell, man. Shit.
I don't know, man. Pub.
Look, all I'm saying is, if that happens, this arc will go down in infamy. It's going down in infamy anyway. But if that happens,
but I'm just was thinking like this. What if Sanji got one of his recipes that helps out things like this? I keep on saying he got
Yeah, but if
99
he helps
recipes.
the enemy, I'm just gonna be pissed.
Yeah, because it's like we're trying to take them down. We ain't trying to side with them. And even then, like I don't want them to side with the Yonkos because like we're trying to like step out of that shell. Like the problem I have with this arc in many ways is like we're hyping up the Yonkos so much and we're not getting anything back to hype up like our main characters to support them. Like give them a reason they could get a chance against these guys. But like when you have all these feats being brought up for Big Mom, how the fuck are we supposed to believe like Luffy's gonna beat her or any of them for that matter?
Even if like Sanji helped her, though, like I don't think she'd be happy about it. Like they fucked her over bad this arc.
Like if Sanji,
No,
I
but
just don't want Sanji to
I
help
don't
her,
think
though.
I don't think it's for Big Mom itself. It's more just because it's own for their own will. Because I think Big Mom do something that they cannot escape straight away, so they have to help the Big Mom crew in order to can escape.
I get what you mean, but it's like if Sanji helps her, I'll actually hate Sanji. I'll honestly just give up on Sanji. I'll never even like him again. That'll be it.
Yeah, like the year Sanji announced him baking a cake. That'd be kind of whack.
Yeah, that'll be it. I'll be like Zoro's #1 for life. Like fuck everybody.
Yeah,
Well,
because
he's
like
already, so.
I wouldn't have a problem with him being one of the sons, but the fact that how hyped up these guys are, like if it were to happen now, everyone's gonna say that's bullshit. You know, like everyone's gonna be like, oh, they're gonna need another time skip, and it's like for what?
Like honestly, the way the arcs ended anyway is bullshit. Just the fact that they got out because of that lucky Tamate box exploding, it's kind of pissing me off a bit as well. It's like what the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we saw it coming. Something would happen like that. After we saw that the whole thing was happening with Big Mom and the picture, you already could know that the box would be for something else, and that would be helping them out for the escape. You already could figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, there's also in a way it was kind of foreshadowed too, because you go back to chapter 400, I think it was called Buster Call. If you look at the actual cover page where it has like Sanji like in front of a cake, and you see like the very bottom portions of it, you see like it's blown apart where like has like mice
with all the mouses coming out.
Yeah, and in a way like it kind of explains like there's something similar happening, which of course we saw with the Tama Tobacco box. So.
Yeah, man, you've been talking about this Buster Call for the longest. If it actually happened, how you gonna feel?
Here, I know it's like, dude, I wanted it to happen so badly, but now like the fact that we've seen Judge being defeated, like it has to throw it out of the water because like I don't know, like you would have to go back and look at the actual things. I explained it really nice. So like
could it be that also maybe Stussy is gonna make the Buster Call?
It's a possibility. I mean, like I wouldn't be surprised if any one of them have like the like they probably would have to have the power. If they're the top intelligence team,
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like it's a CP0, they should have like a Buster Call, something like that.
Okay, if it happens, I mean, like even if it wasn't Judge that did it, like a Buster Call in general actually happened, like. I feel nice, but at the same time, would it redeem this arc for me? I don't know.
Wait, what were you guys saying? Sorry, I just got a phone call.
Basically, my Buster Call theory might actually happen.
Wait, how?
Okay, but no, I'm joking. But like basically, like we're trying to see the possibility of like, let's say the CP0 has the authority to actually possess like a golden transponder cell.
All right.
Right. So like, would they like let's say like they know like they're like danger and stuff, or they have an opportunity to take out Big Mom, like I guess from weakness, whatever, they could probably initiate it.
I mean, that's one of the things that I feel like it's, to me, I still see it as like, if they leave Marineford, right? If they send even just 2 admirals, which I don't think would be enough, but they send, let's say, 3 admirals, right? Like, what would stop someone like Blackbeard or fucking Kaido from going and just fucking up Marineford then? So I figure it's one of those things where, like, they play defensive until someone else, like, sees, like, a good opportunity. Like, I don't know. I see it as, like, because obviously, like, if they go into a fight, like, if we don't think from before when I asked, like, could Blackbeard them take them? And like we said no, like I feel like how would the Marineford do it then? Like with only a couple people? Because if they sent everyone, then like they're gonna get fucked at Marineford.
By the way, if I drop out again, I can come back in. It's Hangout because they dropped me out of nothing again.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But yeah, no, I don't know. Like I could see it being a thing, but like I think it'd be kind of stupid in the idea like why wouldn't they just Buster Call everyone?
Yeah, I mean, like the way I'm saying, like now, though, like for it to be like, pretty much now it's nothing now because like what I said from the beginning, like Judge is gonna be the one to initiate it if it was a gift to give to Big Mom. But the fact that now he's been defeated and we saw nothing else that they could give to offer besides like the science and stuff, like the only option I can see now at this point is CP0 if Stussy actually activates, like if she actually has possession of one. But
yeah.
By the way, where is Vinsmokes right now?
I give literally 0 fucks about the Vinsmokes anymore.
I was so
What about your
bothered
boy
too.
Niji? What about your boy
When
Niji?
EGG was talking, I'm like, you scrub.
Niji is cool, but I mean, like, I don't care about Judge's eyebrows. I don't care about Germa. I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, I'm just like when EGG's just talking,
That's
I'm
the
like you got
spirit.
like when EGG started talking, the first thing that came to my mind is like you got no diff, do not talk. Like
Oh yeah.
go fucking off screen. Like
So I guess that brings up a good topic real quick. So now that obviously the reveille's like around the corner, then do you guys assume that like they're just completely effed, like they're not a part of the government anymore? Or do you think they're still part of the government because the wedding didn't fully go through?
I think just in general, I think Big News Morgans or like Stuzy's gonna report back afterwards to the world government, letting them know like, hey, they're gonna try and like screw you guys over by signing up with Big Mom. That would probably be enough of a reason to like, take away their privileges.
Right. And so with that being said, do you think like I was thinking that like in the back of my mind, like if we see the Vince Wilkes there, it'd be kind of cool to see like them holding a flag of the Straw Hats somehow on their like crew.
Yeah,
like
if
on their ships.
If they do that, it's got to be
if they join the alliance.
allows it to happen.
Because like that'd be the only other way I could see it going down. Because like otherwise they wouldn't be. Sorry, like what were you saying?
I was saying, if they join the alliance, that's just the biggest horse shit ever. I don't care.
I mean, what else would they do though?
I accept it if it
hold on, I guess talking about Germa joining the alliance. Well, I mean, Sanji already told them to fuck off. I don't think they're
exactly.
No, I agree with that, but I'm saying like you know how Oda like always keeps people back in the story. So I'm saying like if they came back later.
Yeah.
Chris, you know what's funny is Luffy in a raid suit.
Oh, that's.
I mean, it kind of says it right there. It's a foreshadowing. Like, yeah, they're going to be part of the Grand Fleet. But like, I would accept it. Like I keep saying, I would accept it if it's Reiju that asks for the favor. Because with a judge, like that's impossible. There's no way he's going to ask for like help or like to align with anyone at this point.
Yeah.
But if you lose the spot with the Reverie, then like, what do? Do you discard your pride after this point? Like,
that's what I'm saying is like if they're not part of the Reverie, if they're not part of the government, and they're not part of Big Mom's crew, like they're just randoms. Like, and from what we see, they're not that strong. So I mean, like they're gonna get fucked in the seas.
They're pretty good. They were holding off like 70 people with 4 dudes for like a good minute.
So Chris, is that based on the cover page that we saw?
I mean, I guess you could say but I was just thinking in general. I was just thinking of one of those things where like I could see in like later down the part of the story, like let's say in the war, like the final war, like you just see Judge and Reiju show up and all their like German like snails have like the pirate flag on them. Because I do think like the final war is gonna literally be everyone they've ever met on their side, like versus whatever force is the last force, like the Gorosei or whatever.
And they all get off screen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I see it one of those things where like I feel like they have nowhere else to go. You know what I mean? Like they have to. It's kind of like Fishman Island, right? Like after this now, bro, like they're gonna have to have the Straw Hat flag. Like they're not, they're not with Big Mom anymore. If they don't have Big Mom's like pirate flag or let's say Straw Hats, like all their mermaids are getting kidnapped.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing that sucks too is like the fact that we haven't seen like the clone, like the actual clones and stuff being used. Like, are they going to be shown now? Like, why bring them up? Have like something like cliffhanger saying like, oh, we have this army to not use them. Like, I don't know. Unless they're going to plan to use them for the final war. Like, there's no way Oda throws things in here.
Or maybe it's like what's the name of Sanji's sister? Reiju maybe is gonna like do one favor for Sanji and the crew by helping them out by giving them like the clones, defending them, and so they can leave or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. I just feel like right now Big Mom's gonna fuck up all of her people, and like they're like assuming that they do stop her, like they're still gonna not be in a state to chase her. I feel like that's what Oda's trying to show us with that.
Yeah,
I was out for a little bit, but did you guys talk about it? Maybe it's a possibility that she's gonna eat some of the kids.
She needs to get a curry.
And guess who's getting eaten first? Compot is getting eaten first, definitely.
Oh, that bitch with the fucking fruits, bro. Like, she's like, no, I gotta go to the gym. That bitch.
What she said in her rage form that she's hungry for mochi.
Oh my!
Katakuri just gone.
Yeah. They all look at him like, take one for the team.
I was gonna say, like, where you see him afterwards, you see him like by Shanks's like island, like, please take me in.
Yeah, by the way, when we saw Katakuri and he was like, "Yo, calm down," when he was talking to the other people, did he already saw Big Mom going in rage mode or not?
No, he probably just saw Streusen saving everybody. He's like, "Yo, chill, we're not gonna die."
Yeah. I mean, but if he did, and
Colette
he's
was
like
like
willing
freaking out. She was like
Because I
crying
think-
and like, "Oh no,
because
we're
I
about to
think-
die."
What I think he should have seen is he should have seen somehow that Big Mom's going to go in a rage again.
I think he did see that.
I think he did, but it's just the
we
fact
saw
that he's
that
so
later.
composed to like be able to do what he needs to do.
I think that's
you know?
why he told Daifuku instead of Smoothie to form up 2 squads. And I'm looking at it now, like why wouldn't he? Like why bypass Smoothie and just go to Daifuku? And then he told him to form up 2 squads,
He's
like
retarded, man.
Katakuri.
Smoothie's
No,
retarded.
listen.
Well,
like,
we can agree on that. Yeah.
listen.
No.
He told Daifuku form up 2 squads as if he himself isn't going to be a part of the squad. Like, why would he tell Daifuku form up 2 squads instead of saying I'm gonna take one and you take one? Like he leaving him and Smoothie, himself and Smoothie out of it. Like he sees something coming, like he knows it's gonna take them 2 to handle it.
That
Bro,
doesn't.
you should warn people. You shouldn't just be like, "Yeah, hold on." They're not saying,
We see that this nigga not keen on warning people. Like we seen that
Bro.
from the jump.
No, but I think Devil Egg was right about the Streusen thing. That makes more sense to me. That makes a lot more sense.
I'm talking about at that time, maybe like when at the point where they're talking about that he saw Big Mom going crazy, but I'm talking about like when Gillette was freaking out.
Okay, that's one thing I gotta say that pissed me the fuck off because like Colette, yeah, again, like the whole thing, she's like resting on Luffy, like Luffy's chest with her foot or whatever, and then she's like, "Please, Oni-chan, save me." And Katakuru's like,
Well, I mean, like I don't know. I feel like it humanizes these people more. They're not just fighters.
yeah, I'm just saying like
about
how she's
their
trying. I know, I was just trying to say like she was trying to act all fucking badass. Like, hey, look, I put my foot on the future pirate king, and I'm about to die to a fucking piece of cake. But that's
Bro, that'd probably be me too. I'd be like, "Oh no, I'm about to die, Katakuri."
and he's like, no, I saw the future. You're fucked.
I just want to see fucking Smoothie do something this arc.
I mean, if we go to
I mean,
Wano and stuff,
listen,
like,
he's saving Smoothie for later, which is the excuse I always hear.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's not what I want to say, but I don't know.
Look, it's
I can only
obvious
say
to
it so
me,
many times.
yeah.
like Oda hates long-legged people and Sanji. Like anybody speciality as kicking, he does not fuck with them. Like he hates them. It's obvious.
What about Blue Gilly? Whatever.
I was about to say Blue Gilly. I think he got washed, didn't he?
He got washed as well. Exactly. All the long-legged people get washed.
Yeah, he got washed by Dillinger, no?
No,
Exactly.
that was IDEO who got watched by.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Even those guys on Brook had this time skip. The long leg, like they're long arms. Yeah, they're long
Yeah,
arms. My bad.
they're long arms.
My bad. Yeah, my bad. Okay, forget that. But yeah, long-legged limbed people just get owned.
So you're saying Oda's
Basically, if
Oh
you
yeah,
got
Tamago got on too.
basically if you got a big part of your body that's like very long, you're fucked.
Tamago didn't get owned though. Tamago he
Tamago
just
got
turned into a
on
chicken.
repeatedly, bro. What you mean?
I don't know. Tamago's whack as fuck.
No, he was
now, I
fine.
don't know.
No, he was fine after the fight with Pedro though. Like nothing.
He was
happened to him.
fine
That's because of his fruit.
So
Did-
that still
did-
means
did-
he was
He
fine.
got defeated repeatedly, bro. Easily.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got 2 evolutions, so that means like he's defeated twice already.
he lost his eye the first time, and then the second time, his people had to beg for like Pedro not to fucking finish him off.
Yeah, I get that point, but I'm just saying he's not washed compared to the long-legged people and Sanji. Like he treats Sanji like shit. The long-legged people don't get no shine.
What about
Tamago-
people like?
Tamago is a long leg. That's why I brought him up.
Yeah.
Well, he's more like an egg man, I guess. Is it?
No. They
Well,
confirmed
no,
he's
that's
a
fruit.
long
That's
guy.
he's
Yeah.
a fruit.
He's a long leg. Look at his leg.
Yeah, they said that in the introduction. I remember that.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's a
Okay.
long leg, but his fruit makes him different.
yeah.
Yeah. So like, all I'm saying, he didn't get badly as beaten as like Blue Gilly and all like how Smoothie's looking right now. Like he doesn't get that bad of a shine. You know what I mean? So.
Bro, I can't wait for Kampo to die like on screen. Like that's gonna be so much fun.
Well, I think why we don't see that much of a lot of commanders and ministers, because I think it will be coming back when we go into Elbaf, and we're going to see more of them there.
I'm gonna be of the mindset honestly and say like we're probably gonna see him again, probably in Wano.
I think so too. I think Wano's, like I said, dude. I would. That'd be one of the things that would make me super happy about One Piece is if we see a straight like Yonko versus Yonko fight.
Yeah. Because I keep looking at Wano, like if you guys remember, like with Oda, like he was like the assistant for like Rurouni Kenshin, and like if you remember like the arc where like Shishio, where he had to go and fight the 10 swords and stuff.
Yeah.
I see some like similarities to that, where we're gonna see that like in One Piece. So like you know how like they're about it building up like all these different people and all these different fights that are going on. I could see something like that where like all the main fights that we're gonna see are gonna be in this fighting arc, which is gonna be Wano.
Yeah, I think it'd be sick as fuck to see like good because I feel like Wano's gonna be that arc where like I really think everyone has the hype for it. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like after seeing like NA's Lobby, that's the last big arc like that. Like, you got really good shit from like good fights, good story, everything.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Marineford.
But Marineford is one of those things
No.
where like we got okay fights. They weren't
Not
for-
the. Actually, sorry, you go.
from like where I wanted to see and where I think a lot of people expected those fights to be. Like, you know, like for instance, now that we know that there's Awakenings, we didn't get to see Awakenings. You know, like anything big that like, for instance, like the fight versus Marco versus Kiara. Like, if that was a real no bullshit, no plot like involved fight, like that would have been a lot longer fight and a lot more like larger scale fight. Like even like
Okay.
just two admirals fighting, you took on the entire Punk Hazard. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
Yeah.
fight-wise, I get what you mean, but I feel like Oda hid that on purpose.
No, he did,
sto-
but that's what I'm saying. Like, NA's Lobby was like a no holds bar. Like, there was no like
Yeah.
bullshit. Like, you know what I mean?
But
yeah. It's the fights like that.
story-wise, Marineford is like up there. It's like I don't know, maybe one.
Oh
or
no,
two.
it's a good
Oh,
arc.
yeah.
I'm
I
not
think-
saying it's not a good arc. I'm just saying like in terms of like no bullshit. Like we actually see everyone go all out, blah blah blah. Like for instance, like the Straw Hats like getting new moves, all that shit. Like Ashura, you know, fucking I can't think of names. Diablo Jambe, all that shit. Like it was the first arc that we really got like a not off-screen fight. Put it that way.
Fair
Wait, what are you
point,
talking about?
fair point.
I was saying NA's Lobby is like the first like not like garbage arc. Oh no, I don't want to say it's a really bad way to put it. Like no plot armor involved. Like straight up, like we see everyone at the fullest. And I was saying Wano, I think it's gonna be that type of arc that at least everyone expects.
I think Alabasta was kind of like that.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like the last.
People can overlook Alabasta a little.
Chris, I hope what you say is going to be true, but I'm not going to be too much hyped about Wano. I keep it low
But
now because of
I
what
don't
Oh,
know.
you saying?
okay.
I get it. You're saying Eddie's Lobby was the last time we got.
Yeah,
But I still
bunch of
think
fights.
Marineford, Akainu vs Whitebeard, I enjoyed that a lot.
no, it was
to
a
be
good
honest.
fight.
It
But I'm
was
saying,
more of a
like,
scuffle, if
but, like,
anything.
I
Not
was
like
saying,
an
like,
actual.
Nah, it was like for what we got, emotion-wise, and just the impact of the blows and stuff. Like Whitebeard getting his fucking organs cooked and shit. Like, that was
But by
awesome.
the way, the phrase what I was saying is it's the last arc that we really got everyone going all out. We got no plot bullshit involved, and it's just pure fights and shit. Was NA's Lobby, I would say. Like Marineford,
Yeah,
there were fights, but they weren't like good fights in terms of like everything was off screen. Like they kept switching, like what we saw. We're like,
There were
you know,
only
like
clashes. No one was really knocked out at the end of the arc.
exactly.
Well, that and Trailer Bark, I must say.
What's that?
Philip Bark's more
I
story
mean, like,
as well. I'd say.
for a tag team fight, yeah, but like on actual like 1v1 fight,
Actually,
like,
Dressrosa was one of those arcs, but it's just half the straws went away. So
Yeah, but what I think,
Yeah.
Les, with the tag team fights, I think we're gonna see that more because now with the Yonkos, they have to do like
I mean, yeah, I mean, I agree
Oh,
with
it's
that.
like-
by himself.
With Dressrosa, like we got full fights, but like we didn't see like fights that were like evenly matched, like in NA's Lobby. Like I think NA's
that's
Lobby's
fair.
majority of the fights were like, for instance, the Luffy fight versus Lucci fight. Like when we did our rankings for fights, like that was on like top 3 for everyone. I feel like
I mean,
it's like one of those fights where stop
and
it.
Nikki was super mad about it.
Yeah, I'm still mad about it, Devil Leg. Don't forget, I haven't forgotten.
Still mad about what?
Me not
That
putting
is-
Lucci versus Lucci on my top 5.
Oh,
That's
Wait,
insane.
Luffy,
to me,
wait,
but
you don't put
okay.
Lucci in your top 5 fights?
Nah, not really. I like a lot of Zoro
Oh.
fights, so that kind of pushed it out.
Damn,
I think I didn't have it as well.
damn, wow.
But you're old, you're forgetful. You probably forgot about it.
It doesn't matter.
No, don't start with me like this right now.
Like I'll be honest though, like I don't rate the fight with Orange Jr. that highly, you know, from like Thriller Bark, but like it's still a good fight.
It was like one of the only fights we got like ever a teamwork fight. But yeah, like it wasn't like a like top of the line fight.
Yeah. Like don't get me wrong, like I like wrestling in my tag team matches, but like when it comes to like, you know, within One Piece and shit, like I want to see 1v1s. That's where the
Yeah.
money's at.
Yeah, I understand, but I think now what I already said, like we're gonna see more team fights because
Yeah.
they have to do it. They cannot do it by themselves at the moment.
Oh yeah, I know, definitely.
Yeah, and Wano, I hope to God that there's no solo fights in the idea of like the top like commanders aren't getting fucking soloed by the Straw Hats or anyone else. But like I don't know, we'll see. Oda's one of those things where like Chatty says it best. Like he's like, yeah, like, I think Oda's finally losing his shit. Like he's going to see now, and I would laugh like if we did see some like stupid shit in Wano. Because I don't know about you guys. I feel like Wano is the most hyped arc that we've had in a long time. Like I think
I
it's one of
agree.
those arcs where like everyone wants to see it. Everyone has such high regards for it, even though we don't really know like what directly it's going to be about besides Kaido. Like we don't know what
Yeah.
else is going to happen, like subplot.
And I
feel
think
for
the
One Piece in
themes.
general, it's a big thing too, because you have to look at it like if Wano doesn't deliver, like a lot of people are going to say the New World as a whole as like just didn't deliver, right?
Yeah.
And that's something like Oda like knows in the back of his head, like okay, Dressrosa didn't go the way he wanted to because again the illness that he had back in 2014, you know, having to mix Green Pit in with Dressrosa, like Zoe, like I guess was a good like stoppage point, but like you know we need to see more of like from what Dressrosa was supposed to be, but a consistency with it. And now it's like with Wano being like the most hyped up thing, like we've been hyped up with this since like Thriller Bark, you know. So, and like even then with like Zoro's introduction to the story, like we knew like somehow down the line we're gonna get something like this. If he doesn't deliver right here, like people are going to start like considering like why am I wasting my time on One Piece when like we're not getting to the ports that we need to get to, you know, in the story. You know,
But
the
I
actual
think-
points and all that.
Are we
I was
complaining
gonna
about One Piece?
mention
I want to join in. No, I'm joking.
Oh, wait, no. Now I'm just gonna mention this because I think Wano's got a better theme as well because samurai and ninjas. There's not one person I know that's not like samurai or ninjas.
Oh yeah,
And then
Yeah, boys
even
love
though
ninjas.
exactly that's true. And the fact is the Big Mom's arc. Even though they could have done the whole kind of Disney stuff really well and the whole why am I forgetting the name? What's the weird hat guy?
The weird hat
The
guy.
Mad Hatter?
The guy.
Oh yeah,
No,
Alice in Wonderland.
no, yeah, Alice in Wonderland. That's it. Oh, you
I
guys
said the Mad
yeah.
Hatter.
Nah, Steve, I got it first.
Okay,
Damn.
but
Take
yeah,
your look
like,
at it.
I think the Mad Hatter kind of split the One Piece community, that kind of vibe, because it could have gone one way or the other way, and it's obviously gone the bad, to be honest, because everything to do with the whole the woods again. Like I didn't even know the name of them. I didn't even like the woods. The
Seducing.
Force of temptation.
yeah, Seducing Woods was so like terrible, and it's like, come on, like honestly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to know what's your average number of the whole arc?
2 out of 10.
I think the middle. I don't know. The middle was okay. Like after the cracker fight and finding out all the other stuff, but when it got to I don't know.
The middle was when it started falling apart. The good
No,
parts
I
were
thought-
when Sanji was on Germa and we were getting his backstory, and then we found out about the clones.
Nah, I think when Sanji was like hit Luffy and they were kind of like those kind of things, which I kind of liked a bit, and then some other stuff. But generally, I'd say it's a 4 out of 10. To be honest, it's not a good arc.
Four?
Yeah, honestly, it's not really a good.
Like
arc.
if I would say I would agree somewhat if we're comparing it to other arcs. In its own, I would give it like a 7. Like
Yeah, I'd
it
give
was
it a
it was good. It was cool because it was different. Like I always liked, like I talked to Dan the other day and we're talking about like the pre-time skip. Like the one reason I almost liked pre-time skip almost better than like post-time skip was like the small things, like the adventure side of it, more so than just straight up fighting. But I feel like that's what we kind of got in this arc compared to other arcs. Like Zoe, I think was more of like an informational arc and like somewhat exploring, where like Dressrosa was kind of like a straight fighting arc. And I feel like this arc was more like the exploration again. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys.
I mean, like I still have it as a
No, I get
7
you.
out of 10, but like yeah, there are a lot of missed opportunities, and like I know some people would say like there's like plot convenience and stuff, like things just happening just to happen. Like I don't know, like there's some bits like even with Just Rosa, when I go back and say like the the battle royale and stuff, like they should have done a battle royale instead of doing like the stuff with the Coliseum, where like the round robins were like block A, block B, block C, like to cut back time so you can actually add more into stuff. And like the Seducing Woods, I don't think needed to be as long as that to get to the point where Oda was trying to get to with like the introduction of Cracker, Pound, and all that. But, like,
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
at least Dressrosa paid off. Like all the stuff in the Coliseum has paid off into the Straw Hat Alliance. Like everything with Germa, it may pay off later, but I don't like Devil Leg said earlier, I don't care. I just don't care about the Germa anymore. It's like,
Yeah, it's just like then like the handcuffs, like kind of like being like a thing, and then not being a thing afterwards.
exactly. Like for no reason. Reiju, like getting shot by Pudding, I still to this day
Or the
don't know how
clones
that
being
happened.
completely useless so far.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
just
The
like-
clones haven't done nothing. Like it's insane.
I feel like Germa's gonna come. The way they were like written out of this chapter was kind of weird. I feel like they're gonna come back away, but I just don't care. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like it'd be stupid if the clones are gonna be used in a way that like they're gonna try and like stop the Big Mom pirates from like attacking Germa, Capone, Luffy, but that's their use. Like that's so fucking whack. You know, because you would think like they're going to be used for like some other reason, like to actually go and be on the offensive, not being a defensive thing.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of, like you said, there's a lot of things that we could have gotten in the story that wasn't really shown to be in the story.
Oh yeah, do you guys know what Vito said to Sanji?
Wait, what?
Do you guys know what Vito
when he
said to
was first-
Sanji?
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause we never know.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Vito just left.
he said, "Fuck that shit out."
Yeah.
He's probably like, "I'm gonna kill Zeph." He was explaining to him how he's gonna kill Zeph in detail.
That's the thing about me too. The whole fucking Zeph threats and the motherfucker wasn't even on the island.
Yeah.
It honestly has no weight whatsoever now. Like looking back and like rereading this arc, like
I mean, it stopped having weight when Reiji was like, "Yeah, the cuffs are fake. Don't worry about Zeph."
Yep. Oh, don't worry though, guys. I can't. It betrays Josh.
honestly, like
Zeph later.
the only thing that can redeem this arc for me is that we end up finding out that, like Big Mom wakes up from a nightmare and like everyone else is fucking dead.
Yeah.
The only way that can redeem.
Nah, that would make it the ultimate off screen. That would be
Hey, I accepted anything at this point, man. Like, I don't know. Like, unless
we
putting
all
like manipulate everyone's memories using like some awakening or something. Like, I don't know.
Oh, by the way, are we all agreed? Because my theory of why the arc's really bad, it was just he was just rushing. Actually, I think it's a well-known theory, and a lot of people already think about it. But that he was rushing this arc just to get to Wano.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like halfway through, it was like when the pudding reveal came out, and I'm like, wait, this doesn't really make sense. And like the stuff is starting to add up.
Well, I was thinking that too, but then like when you get the introduction of her backstory with Big Mom and stuff or whatever, right? Like that literally you have to add more things onto that. You can't just do her backstory and then like by the time it gets like now in July, like we should probably already be near the Reverie or at least left the island by those points.
No, like
Well,
the
I'm
whole
sorry.
thing was how she captured Reiji. I was kind of confused about that.
Oh, okay.
Like she just shot her and then took her out to a room and explained the plan.
Exactly.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's why I
Yeah.
just this. The more I think about this arc, the more I hate it. Like even Big Mom's backstory is just ridiculous as well. So
Big Mom's backstory is one of the good parts to me.
I like Big Mom.
I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah,
Nah,
Nikki,
I'm
come on.
sorry.
I wish it was a lot
Whatever.
longer though. I wish it was way longer though than what we got for like 2 chapters. Like it's a fucking Yonko. Like if Kaido gets like 1 chapter, I'm throwing hands with Oda.
I feel
Well,
like
Nikki, what were you saying?
I think
saying
that's
a-
why we didn't get as much.
Nikki,
No,
what were you saying?
I was saying like a 5-year-old beating up all those giants. It's like it's just there's too much.
It's a retirement home, Nikki. They're all
This
fucking
is how great
retired.
she was. This
They
is how
left the
great she
battlefield
is,
long
bro.
ago.
It's just how great
I'm
she
sorry.
is. And they
No,
were old.
If she was in her teens, like her 20s or even 18, it's like okay, but 5?
This is how strong she was, bro.
Nah, I'm
that's what
sorry,
it
man.
is.
That's one of the most ridiculous things I've
So
ever
if Kaido at 5 years old,
I'm
is, like,
sorry.
so-
Why doesn't it make sense?
Okay,
So
so
Kaido at 5-year-old was a walking L. Come on.
If she just that strong, she just that strong, bro.
Nikki, it's
Nah,
the same
I'm
thing
sorry.
in real
There's
life.
no
when
reason to
people-
believe that she
it's
can't
the
do
same
that.
thing in real life when a kid is like so smart that he's actually can be like in high school what he normally is in kindergarten. You
Yeah,
can say
I-
the same thing.
I get that, but they're still just because they're brainy doesn't mean they're smart in like common sense ways. They don't
It's
have
kinda
life
bad 'cause
experience.
Oda was trying to hype up the Giants. And even before this, we were like, okay, the Giants don't seem that strong. And then he shows us this, and we're like, okay, come on.
No,
That's
he
the-
even
Like, he's
hyped
trying to
them
make
up
us sleep on
though.
him. I know.
He Big Mom like hyped them up, and then you find out she beat them when she was 5 years old. And like, why the hell did you
She
hype them up?
didn't beat the Giants. She beat 2 old Giants who were knocking
No,
on this door.
okay.
Nah,
check that
when she
panel
was
before
ramping,
that.
the entire town was on fire.
Exactly, and
The
those giants
entire
on the
town got
floor. Come on, man.
And
That's
she was
insane.
enraged. We don't know what type of boost that would have gave her when she was
Who
young.
cares? An enraged 5-year-old, you just put in a corner, honestly. And they're telling me
Put in a corner? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
She was too strong to be put in the corner by
Nikki.
anybody on that island.
I'm
Nikki,
sorry.
she could do a
Anybody that
wolf
we
and
saw.
a bear. She can put them in a cage. Come on, what are you talking about?
But okay, people. Okay, a
She tried to give a
5-year-old being
bear a
a
light
bear.
tap and she killed it. Come
No,
on,
okay,
man. This
that's
is how
just-
you sound.
No, that. No, I'm
just how
actually.
powerful she was.
I'm actually fine with the bear thing because it's like we've seen people beat animals when they're younger and stuff like
Yeah, but
Sabo,
it's a giant,
Ace, and
it's a
Luffy.
giant animal. Nikki.
Yes, it's a fucking Elbaf bear, man.
I don't
I
think
don't- it doesn't make it. It doesn't make a difference.
I don't
to
know.
Me, honestly.
Do you not see the fucking walrus or the goldfish?
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
the
I was
goldfish is
actually
different. Yeah,
entertaining
the
it at
goldfish is
first, but you
different.
said put
I
her
just
in
came
the
back to
corner.
Walrus. What's going
Like,
on?
come on now.
We're talking about the so
She's
here.
5.
West laws.
She's 5. She's not a normal 5-year-old.
Are Elbaf
And she was
animals?
crazy out of her mind. How do
It's
you
still
put
not
that,
good enough.
Tell him,
It's-
Steve-O. Tell
How do
him,
you put
Nah,
that in a
I'm-
corner? That doesn't make sense.
Okay,
Go,
first
Steve-O.
of all,
Go,
they
go,
know
go.
she's just a fat, like she just eats a lot of food. Basically, it's like, come on, man. Just
Nikki,
get some
she was
food. Put her in a
crazy at that
corner.
point in time.
She's still crazy.
She went crazy. I'm not saying like overall. I'm saying she went crazy. She was in an enraged state. How do you say get in the corner when she not even listening to reason? She not listening to anything. Not listening to anyone.
So we can agree though,
It doesn't make
Karma
any
got bitch
sense,
got what she
Nikki.
deserved, right?
Okay. First of all, you know that comment. It was more of just like you can't take a 5-year-old. A 5-year-old shouldn't be doing that to anyone. Like no matter what. To be in my opinion.
Well, if that's how you feel, then just say that. But don't say it don't make sense for her. That powerful, destined to be
I don't care what you say
the
about it.
strongest individuals in the entire world.
Yeah, when she
in an
grew up,
enraged
that's
state,
fine.
fighting against retired giants.
No,
I mean,
no,
she
it wasn't
beat
just
up-
retired giants.
Come on,
It was like come on, we all
No,
know it's
those
not
are
just
retired giants. Come on, man.
Yeah,
What?
except with the rest of the
Only
Giants.
Yeah, rest of
Smallbeard was
them.
retired. You guys are reaching.
Exactly, you guys are reaching.
But the rest of them, what sort of feats or what sort of portrayal do the rest of them have for you to even
Giants.
believe
They were
that it don't make
Elbaf
sense?
warriors from the strongest village. What do you mean? What kind of portrayal?
Exactly.
Was that the strongest village?
I
No, they
mean,
never say
Bro,
that.
Elbaf, entirely.
They just said it was the village of
No,
Elbaf.
they never said that.
Had no importance
Never
or
said
nothing.
it.
Just
I
a
don't
village.
remember them saying it.
I would say
No,
this.
not this. It's not the strongest village in Elbaf. I'm saying they're from Elbaf, the strongest warriors or whatever.
Right,
And you
but
think
we
every
know that
warrior is going to
military-
be exceptional?
Okay, let's put it this way, right? Okay, Mother Caramel saved the world government apparently by stopping the giants being executed because the giants could raise up an army to like destroy the world government or something like that. That was a possibility in their mind, right? And then a few chapters later, there's a 5-year-old killing all the giants. You're like, what? You're telling me these giants could almost destroy the world government and cause them problems, but now 5-year-olds can take them
Yeah,
out. I'm
but
sorry.
Nikki,
Right, but
we only
that's
saw
the
one
military.
village.
That's the
Village.
military that they
Those
said
are
is
not
the
the
biggest.
same
Yeah.
giants.
Yeah, it's
Nikki,
like the
we
military.
only saw one
Okay.
village.
Those are
But
not
you-
the same giants,
Wait,
Nikki.
okay, so soldiers are not just born. You raise them from villages and stuff, so they've already trained. They're based on Vikings, right? So
No, but
Viking
Nikki-
people
Nikki-
just have
Yeah,
tough
but
life.
militaries
innit?
have foot soldiers, and those guys are probably foot soldiers. Like, there's a
And they're
possibility
still,
of that.
they were called the strongest army. I'm sorry, even if, I get what you guys mean, but it's like
How do you know
call
those
someone the
people that she
strongest
defeated
army.
were in the army?
I mean,
Exactly.
the way to make it seem is like every Elbaf person is
Exactly.
a warrior. But I mean, that could be wrong.
I would say this about the village is fucking what's Waterfall Beard and what's the other guy? I can't remember.
Mountain Beard or something.
Mountain Beard, yeah.
Waterfall beard. I like that. That's funny.
Anyways, like we know that they were the oldest warriors, right? And if they're giants and they're old, I'm pretty sure they fight like anytime they can, and they survived all those battles, and they're in that village. I feel like that's like the strongest village. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like, because the way
Agreed.
it was said to, it's like the village, like a village of Elbaf, right? It's just like there would have been more, so like there would have been more, like they could have really not hyped it up more, but they would have clarified a lot more and say like the representation of what this stands for in Elbaf, you know? Like, this isn't like one of the main cities, because like for sure there's gonna be some crazy ass city we're gonna see probably like either on the actual like land itself or like possibly in the sky if like the beanstalk thing is legit.
Look, the thing is, look, they hyped them up, and the fact that they're based on Vikings, and if you know about Viking culture, it's just that the Vikings
Yeah,
were
I
just
do.
beasts. They're just beasts. Like even in a normal village, there'll be some people you'd be like, you can't fuck around with. You know what I mean?
Right, but then
I mean,
there's
Oda-
tiers. Yeah, but then there's tiers to that though.
Oda's portrayal of the Giants has been wacky even before the Big Mom thing. I remember when that chapter came out and they're like, they're the strongest people, and we were all like, what? Really?
Exactly. Like, wow.
Yeah, but I'm saying like there are gonna be tiers to this though, like layers to like that military, and like, do you believe those guys are the strongest portions of the military? Like,
Look,
that's
no.
what I get from.
No, the point I don't have a problem with them losing a fight to Big Mom when she's older, but when she's 5 years old, they can't handle one. No, I'm sorry, that just makes no sense. It's not credible. It's just not.
I mean, we still need to see more from like again, because like we need to know too, like because there's no way Big Mom was just the size that she was. Like if she was experimenting on or something like prior to like those events, like and maybe it might be clarification. Like I don't know.
I don't know. I just think we're going almost too much into it because it's fucking the world of One Piece. We have fucking talking reindeers.
That is true.
But yeah,
I
like,
came
I
up to
don't
the part with the walrus. Were you guys debating like what was better? Like,
they were debating that wasn't a special island of special animals. Come on.
well, they did say though, didn't they say like the new world compared to Paradise, things are gonna be like a little bit bigger or something like that?
Bro, did you see how big that fucking
Yeah.
walrus was?
Yeah, like
Walrus, what are you talking about?
Dude, when we see Big Mom, right, and she's being left by her parents, right? There's a fucking walrus the size of an island in the background, just like looking at her. And
Yeah.
Nick, I don't know who it was arguing with me a second ago. They're like, no, that's not a special walrus.
Yeah, that walrus was huge, man.
Yeah,
It was huge. You saw
For
it
that-
walking.
It looked like it was scared of her.
that shit
And
was island level. You saw what
Yeah.
Dorian Brokey did, Nikki? Like, come on.
my point is like, bro, like all those like animals, I'm pretty sure are special in that island. It's like the best way to put it. I know a lot of knows Toriko, like
Yeah.
how there's like certain like biomes where like there are bigger fucking animals and like creatures than like the rest of the
Yeah.
world, or like the new world, the gourmet world and shit, or what's it called?
Oh, the gourmet world, yeah.
Yeah, where like they have like big ass fucking animals like the 8 Kings.
Yeah,
Like, I feel it's
'cause
something similar like that. Like that bear, I don't think it's a normal sized bear.
yeah,
think that
like,
was a
it's
big
not the
bear.
be all end all, but like this is like a glimpse of what we're gonna be seeing like later on. Because remember, we're going even deeper into the new world. I wouldn't be surprised if like when we get closer to possibly like where the endpoints for Raftel or like the last islands are, like we're gonna be seeing some.
Oh, that walrus.
Yeah.
The one where
That
she's like eating the fucking candy like a little bitch.
Yeah, but my point was just that pretty sure that bear was a big ass bear. I don't think that was a normal sized bear.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, like I agree with that. Like, I don't
Come
know.
on.
I agree. Like, I have no
Yeah,
problem
it's
with you
still
say like,
weird.
of course that's true, but it's just like
Like he's trying to
I
argue.
don't
Oh my
really.
God.
No. I'm just
I know
saying.
it.
I have no problem with Big Mom beating a bear. It's just like a Viking fucking basically giant. It's like nah, sorry.
I agree with you that I think it's stupid, but I don't think it's doesn't make sense as like best way to put it. Like I think it's just one of those things where like she's
Yeah,
a young girl,
that,
she needs
that
her
bear
feeds.
is the size of a big mom, and that, so it might be a big bear.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I know people always argued when we see that chapter came out, like, oh, but like Luffy was doing that and like Sabo was doing that, but they weren't doing it to like normal. They were doing it to like normal animals. You know what I mean? Like Luffy when he's like 5 was like fighting like crocodiles, like just normal crocodiles. Like he wasn't fighting like big ass crocodiles.
No, didn't the bear they fought that was pretty big, like him, them, Sabo,
But I don't think it
and,
was
Ace.
that bear size. If that makes sense.
It
It
could,
don't matter how
I
big it
can't say
was,
that for
bro.
certain.
Like we know that animals in the new world is different, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like Luffy's like people that he was fighting with Sabo and Ace like were nowhere near that size.
That wasn't even paradise. That was in one of the Baloos. Come on now.
Yeah, this is Goa Kingdom shit.
Yeah, okay.
You know I'm right. Come on.
Yeah, okay. On that point, fair enough. I don't want to argue that point because it doesn't really matter to me that much. But it's just the giant stuff is just like too much. That's all I can say.
No, I like put it this way. I agree with you in the sense that like I think it's dumb, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's illogical in the verse.
Okay.
Like outside of the verse, yeah, fucking 5-year-old taking on bears, like that's dumb. But like
No,
it's
not
Big
the
Mom.
not the bears thing. The bear thing I have no problem with.
No, the
It's
giant
just-
too,
Yeah,
yeah.
giant thing's just too much. It's like okay, wow.
Hmm.
I don't know. Think all that giant's going to your head, Nikki.
It's the truth. Look, if I'm the only person who feels like this, let me know. But I don't think I am.
I already told you when the chapter came out. I'm pretty sure. I know Dan and me were in the same boat. Whereas like
Yeah.
we were talking about like how dumb it kind of is, but like that only leads me to believe like when we see Kaido, like I'm pretty sure something similar is going to be shown.
Yeah,
But he's
I mean,
lost like a
it-
lot of fights though.
right,
like-
but there's like how it's gonna impress like his durability and all that kind of stuff, or how he was able to withstand. Like, because even though he took losses, I mean, he's done some damage. So like,
Yeah, like for instance, like all the Yonkos, I'm pretty sure had something crazy that they did when they were kids. Like Shanks fighting like Mihawk every day or whatever was probably a comparable feat.
yeah,
But he started from scratch. It's like there's only one character, and okay, I haven't. Actually, there's only one character in anime. I can say no. There's only one character in anime I can say that's actually just interesting. That he's just so overpowered. And that's One Punch Man. Like that's interesting to me. But everyone
Oh,
else
Saitama.
who's super overpowered. Like there's no reason for me to feel anything for Big Mom because now it's like at 5-year-old she was the best already. It
No,
seems.
I feel you. Like she didn't work her way up. Is what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah, like a struggle always helps because I reckon all the other Yonko definitely struggled, including Whitebeard as well.
yeah. And it's like almost like she just got what was handed to her, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not interested in a story anymore. I honestly don't care.
I mean, like if Oda goes backwards afterwards and kind of explains, because again, like we still need to know too, like how the fuck she ended up that size. Because I don't believe like her mother just gave birth to a fucking like like an island size like an island size thing. Like come on, man. You know she didn't fucking eat like all like her dinners and shit like when she was just born. Like come on.
Yeah. I don't know. My thing is, I'm hoping like I don't know who said it earlier, but like I'm hoping Kaido and them get like a long-ish like 3+ chapter backstory. I feel like they have to.
They have to. I mean, if Big Mom's only getting 2 chapters, like imagine we go into the story deeper later on, like because like to advance the plot, like Shanks is only gonna get 1 chapter. Are you fucking kidding me? The guy that we
only
gave
one
the fucking
He's that beastly.
I mean, like when he was a kid, like no different, like
No, he was buggy level when he was a kid, man. He was getting washed.
Boggy was OP, man. He wasn't getting cut by a fucking Yonko crew members. Just saying. You know that's true. You know that's true. They're fighting Whitebeard.
Shanks was getting beat up by Blackbeard, man.
Well, we have to ask though with Steve-O. Steve-O, is it true that Buggy can be cut?
I'm actually on the fence with this one, man. I used to think it could be cut, but now I'm like, I don't know.
Dude, Shanks straight. Realistically, guys, think of it this way, right? So they're fighting Whitebeard's crew, right? We can all agree that we'll say this. We can all assume that their people, right, on his crew at the time probably had at least a couple of hockey users, right?
Yeah.
So if Shanks is telling him, don't worry, you can't get cut, and there's hockey users over there, I'm just saying. Like it seems like he can't. That's a solid statement, Steve-O.
Wait, can you repeat that?
So okay, so think of it, right? So they're fighting Whitebeard's crew and like say Shiki's crew, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it fair statement to say that they probably had some hockey users on their team, right? Armament hockey users. So if Buggy's over there with Shanks, and Shanks tells him, "Don't worry, buddy. Like you can't get cut." Like, and there's hockey users, and they're trying to kill him, and he's not getting cut. Hockey can't cut Buggy. What can?
Oh, well, maybe Shanks was trolling him.
I mean, he lived, didn't he?
Yeah, but we also know that Shiki's fleet got wiped out.
By Buggy, come on.
By Buggy.
He's probably walking in the middle of all of them, and they're trying to cut Buggy, and they're cutting each other. They're like, "Damn it, he's so strong. He's taking us in the flash."
Yeah.
And you know what? And I bet Buggy was fighting Mihawk with Shanks. Wow. I bet that all 3 of them were probably like a trio.
I mean, that's a possibility.
That's why Zoro wanted to become the world's greatest swordsman after he got beat up by Buggy.
And I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys like the Sanji stuff? Did they got a good payoff? Like an ending?
Sanji stuff?
Yeah, all the Sanji stuff that's happened in this arc.
Like what? Where he cried in the corner?
Oh, no. When he stood in the table.
What? What are you talking about?
The stuff he was crying about, like his captain and like him leaving the crew and all that.
Bro,
that part was good. That part was really good. But I just don't like how afterwards, like, just doesn't have that same weight afterwards,
Bro, I do want to see like Zoro say something to Sanji. I'm not gonna lie. Like I know, like I don't think he's gonna do anything, but like I would like to be like, okay, even though you're doing it for a reason, like what you said, like no takes backs, like gotta get the ass beaten.
I think
what if Zoro just knows this shit? He just goes after Sanji the second season.
I would laugh. We'll finally get the Sanji versus Zoro fight, guys.
Sanji versus Zoro.
Hey man, Sanji versus Zoro happens in Wano. That's hype.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
Even if it's one panel of Sanji getting washed, it's still hype.
It is. That's what I mean, bro. Like Zoro fanboy.
I can't even fight against this as well. I want to say that's not gonna happen, but it's like I'll give it up.
I mean, Steven or Nikki,
And that's the thing, because it's like, yo, like I don't want this happening to Zoro too, man. Look what's going on with Sanji right now. Imagine if this happened with Zoro. It's like, bro, like he gets no diff. He gets no diff by like fucking the 4th strongest swordsman. It's like, what the fuck? Like, regardless, he shouldn't be washing any of them, but like he shouldn't be getting destroyed either. Considering like what capabilities we've seen of him, like his feats, even though they're to me personally, they aren't the most impressive from when we see the New World. Like he still has better feats, I think, than with Sanji. Granted, like
who's Zoro?
The only thing I can see, it was Zoro. But then the only thing I can see with Sanji is like, unfortunately, like he got paired up with like the worst opponents possible. Worst one being with fucking Doflamingo.
Dude, I obviously Dofi's stronger. Don't get me wrong, but like that was the best environment I feel like for Sanji to beat Dofi over water. You know what I mean? Like one solid good kick, and you knock him in the water, he dies.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
end of
but-
story.
That would have been too easy. That would have been.
No, I know
Yeah.
it wouldn't be too easy, but you get what I'm saying. Like there is almost no better like spot for
Imagine
like.
if Dressrosa just ended 30 chapters in because Sanji kicked him into the water.
When
Yeah,
they were
but,
already-
but think about it. But it saves the Coliseum bullshit. Like it's a good.
Yeah.
Because
You know what
it
would've been
already happened at that
Nah,
point.
You know,
Dressrosa
been a
wouldn't
better
end
It
at
was
spot.
that point.
ongoing. It was ongoing.
Dressrosa wouldn't end at that point because Fuji's still there.
Hey, do you know what been a better spot to fight? And an aquarium.
I mean, hey,
That's
bring him
what
in the
I'm
ship.
saying.
Well, if they brought him in the ship and put him in the aquarium on the ship, that's how Dofi dies.
Oh my.
But like I do agree, like obviously Virgo and shit like that, like were stronger than like people that Zoro fought. People say
Yeah.
fucking Pika is equal to Virgo, but I don't think so.
No,
But,
that's not true. We know that for certain.
But no, like I just feel like it's still one of those things where like, bro, like for everything that's happened so far, like Dan said the best. Like if Sanji ever had anything to show, you would assume he would have shown it off by now.
Yeah. Like, why wait any longer? You know.
Okay.
Apparently, Oda's
Play-
saving him for the end of the series or something. That's
Oh,
what
Right,
Sanji
because,
fans tell you.
because it goes back to like I said with Big Mom and stuff. The more feats we see from her, the more feats we see from like the Yonko commanders. How the fuck are we supposed to be supporting our main guys?
Yeah. Like if Sanji
Wait.
has anything, man, besides Diablo Jambe, Hell's Memories, and Skywalk, like he's not showing it, and he was
To
about
play-
to die.
To play devil's advocate.
I know you.
Devil
What-
and
Yeah, I
Advocate.
love how he's like play the devil's
What,
advocate.
All right, Nikki, go ahead.
What if obviously we all believe Wano is going to be like a Straw Hat showcase, so he most likely will show his.
I think he
new
will
shit
show
there.
something new, but I'm just saying, like, from what we have seen and the position he's been in, you would assume that, bro, if your life's on the line, like, you're gonna show something new. Like,
Okay,
if that
when's
was
that?
Zoro, he would have been
Yeah,
going
at
like
least
Ashura.
because this is his arc. Come on,
Yeah.
a year of
No.
Sanji.
Hey, wait, you guys think when the Germa come back, we're gonna get more showcasing of their tech and stuff?
I think
'Cause
so.
we didn't
I
really,
would hope so.
I-
I would
wait,
really
like,
hope.
they
They
had
have to,
tech and we
yeah.
never really saw much of it.
Yeah, we didn't
Wait.
see any of the raid suits.
Just to go back a minute, when was the biggest like? How many times has Sanji's life been in danger? Because I'll try and
A
argue
lot.
against that.
Well, I mean, he was about to
More
get
than
his crew
he
killed by
can.
Doflamingo.
Virgo. If we're talking about just
Okay,
post
no,
time,
You know,
Okay,
Yonko
Virgo
was about to
doesn't
kill the
count.
crew.
how does it count? What's this
Because
shit?
they didn't have enough time to have a full fight. It was more of a like,
Okay, I can give you Virgo, but I mean, like, Daifuku was holding him back. His family was about to die.
Like, yeah, like how many times did they
No,
fight
but-
Daifuku?
No, he got away from Daifuku to save his
No,
family.
only
so he
because of
must have
Big
done
Mom. It's
something.
not like he blasted Daifuku out the way, and then like that's what could have happened. But no, he was like letting Daifuku restrain him and stuff. He wasn't even using Diablo Jamba, so it was like, what are you doing?
Nah,
You know it's right.
Nah. I think that's,
What do you
that's
mean, nah?
arguable.
I don't know.
I think that's
You know,
that's
Yonko was about to
arguable.
kill the entire crew last chapter. You think you would try something?
Like, imagine
Yeah.
if we were on an island and, like, let's say, like, I don't know, fucking Maras. Well, no, I don't. You'd let Maras die. But let's say Steve was about to die.
Very factual.
You're not gonna go all out to
Well,
help him.
thanks.
Oh no, sorry. I was supposed to say no to that. Yeah, sorry. I would have let you die. Yeah, sorry, man.
But you know that'd be the case. Like, why wouldn't you go out to like save your family or your friends or whatever?
Yeah.
But
Like,
it's
like if that was like, for instance, with
Yeah.
Tashigi, bro, like Zoro pulling out the fucking Dragon Shock. Like, I don't know, man.
Hey,
Sanji do?
Sanji saved Tashigi as well. Remember?
It was what?
Hey.
With a kick, a fire kick,
Yeah,
nothing new.
an entrance. You know, but it was still cool. It's still a cool
It
entrance.
was a cool
and
entrance,
saved
but it
her.
wasn't anything new. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, he kicked the spoon off his face. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Yeah, like you don't see many people doing that
I know.
Yeah.
I can.
with your brittle bones. Sure, old man.
Yeah.
Man, Nikki's one disrespectful, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't give a
I'm
shit.
I'm not sorry, but okay, let's continue.
Like, I mean, like, come on, think about it, Nikki. He like jumped out of Capone, right? Like he was gonna do something epic, and then he didn't do anything that last chapter.
Well, which chapter? Oh, the last chapter.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Like, he did nothing.
Against Capone? Are you sure?
No, I'm saying when they were when they blocked Big Mom's attack,
Yeah.
and you thought, oh
Yeah,
wow, he's
thank
still
God.
about to go in next chapter. And then Sanji didn't do anything.
I mean, it's Big Mom though.
I mean, I don't know.
So
He
why
could've
why
done
wouldn't you
something.
try harder if it's Big Mom?
I mean, Big
Yonko,
Mom's a
you'd go
woman.
hard.
And she's a woman as well. It's like
Okay, let's talk about that for a minute.
I still
I
kick the
mean-
bitch. Like, what do you mean?
He
I mean,
could
I feel like
have
he kicked Zeus.
he could have
That's
fought
why I look at
somebody else. He didn't have to fight.
Yeah,
Big
he could have
Mom.
fought somebody else.
no, but Big Mom was the one attacking Reiju, so you had to jump in at that moment, wasn't it? So
All I'm saying is he's kicking women. Not cool.
No, I'll say okay.
Unless you support domestic violence, Nikki, you know.
No,
Nah, he
playing
was kicking Zeus.
devil's advocate. He was kicking Zeus. Yeah, he's defending against.
Okay.
Technicality, fam.
Yeah, and it was, and I don't think defending yourself like he didn't like exactly hit her. He just stopped her from attacking Reiju, basically.
Well, I'm sure, Nikki. I'm sure. I bet she fell down the stairs too, Nikki.
Yeah.
She did fall down.
Yeah, she fell this arc, like. Oh man.
I just want to hear Dustin say that Luffy 1v1'd her and beat her since she fell.
Hey, Dustin's my dude and everything, but you know what, man? That's where I gotta put my foot down.
Yeah, it didn't look too much like a 1v1 right there. Nikki.
Jeez.
Anything else you guys have that you want to talk about?
Luffy 6 arms.
No.
No.
When's that
no,
episode come out? When's the episode come out? Like
2
next
weeks.
week?
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh, the episode of Luffy?
The
Oh, yeah,
fucking-
crap.
Oh, the new thing, yeah.
yeah, 6-arm shit. I
Crack
suppose it's
is about to
6-arm
enter
shit.
that
Like
anime.
legends. They say that Luffy has 6 arms.
Okay, cut the string.
What do you gotta say, Russ?
No. You guys will see.
I don't know, Russ. Chatty swore his total allegiance to me, and we have a secret bet that I'll show him a video of Dan on Facebook.
Grim told me if it's true, he will give my name, put my name on his Discord, so it will be Mars Jojo instead of.
There's no way this arc is over. We don't even know what Yonji's powers are. Come on.
Yeah, he's a
Who
wench.
cares about that scrub? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't care about them either, but I mean, I just don't think Oda's gonna. I think Oda cares.
I feel like at the start of this arc,
I don't even
your
know what
favorite-
Smoothie's powers are, bro.
I mean, yeah,
Does
but
she have
Smoothie,
powers?
She's got giant hands.
She gets lost
She's
and
not-
she
yeah.
can't
she
open
juices.
doors.
She has to juice fruit. She can juice people. That's
We
not
don't
she's
know
not
that.
man.
powers.
All we know is that she can juice people. We don't know
She's
what
not
power
man-handed,
it is.
but
We don't
you're
know
right.
what it is.
Well, I mean, I assume like she was the
We don't know
minister
what
of
it
juice.
does
She was the minister
exactly.
of juice, right? And Cracker
Well-
was the minister of biscuits.
Well,
I
think
have
of it
to
like
say-
this.
I have
Think
to
of-
say,
My daughter, Minister of Cheese.
I only sort of juice females from now on.
Yep. Maybe
She
that's
used a
her
giraffe.
weakness. She can't do to men.
Wait, no, she juiced the giraffe.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
it was a
it can be female
giraffe.
juice.
Yeah,
I don't like the way you said that, Nikki.
What?
It just
No, but you
continue.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. No, I'm just saying it's like she juices other people. Just obviously she was feeling Nami and Reiju a bit more, you know.
That's what I mean. But with those man hands, like that's nasty.
Yeah.
Like you getting good at night and shit. Like you look at those thighs and everything. When you see those hands, bro, you gotta dip.
Yeah, that's kind of true actually. Yeah, I can't even lie.
You know, it's like think about like what Chris was saying about the Magi reference with the fucking transvestites.
Oh, that's the best.
Like that's the sad part. Like that's what exactly reminds me of. Like she's a fucking transvestite.
That's sickening.
Wow.
I mean, blame Oda. Man.
No. I think about she's a she-male.
Don't say
Oh
that.
no, this is
say
going.
that.
Let's change topic. I don't even want to talk about
This
this. Let's see where it's gonna go. This is going different.
Oh,
It's
sorry,
going
Steve. I
different.
ruined it for you. Sorry, bro.
All right.
He was like, "Fuck my dream."
It's my dream.
Those ties are implants.
Oh, okay, that'll be troll. Steve will never come back.
That's
To me.
hilarious. Oh my god.
That wouldn't be funny at all.
Why's an implant savage?
My
Oh
God.
my days.
Well, I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
everything now that we're.
I just
Oh,
wanted to
okay.
bring this up real quick. I wanted to say Luffy looks completely fine this chapter. But the energy draining thing, I'm not sure.
I mean, he probably got
Not in the
some food down.
beginning. Not in the beginning of a chapter. He still looked like he was like.
No.
Even if you don't believe Big Mom drained him, his energy left him for some reason.
Yeah, Gear 4.
I still think
Yeah.
it was Big Mom, but I don't know.
So if his energy can be regained from using Give Forth that quickly, then why can't it be regained from
He
being
only did
drained by
one
Big Mom?
attack. He only did one attack.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. He was using. He rinsed out
That
Gear
was
4.
shorter.
He rinsed out Gear
I
4
think I
for
backed you
2
into a
days
corner, man.
before. No, he rinsed out the Gear 4 2 days before. It's gonna have setbacks. You
Rinsed
can't just
out
keep
Gear
using-
4.
Yeah, yeah. He
Yep.
used it so much.
Yeah, he has to use 6 arms, so that's why.
Oh
His
my
6
days,
arms.
this guy.
Crazy.
The agenda.
I swear Morass wants to turn Luffy into Zoro or something, like 6 arms.
Yep.
No, it's just an evolution of the rubber.
Yeah, because then like think about it, Luffy has to be able to compete on Zoro's level since he has Ashura.
That's true.
Okay, wow. That's
I'm not gonna fight that one. I agree.
That is some blasphemous
Is
shit.
it though?
Okay.
I mean, if it's in the manga, Nikki,
All I
like,
see
you're
is
really gonna compete against it.
top 2 people in the series so far: Struce and Zoro cutting up shit.
Yeah.
So
Think
maybe,
about it, Zoro's using one eye,
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe if Luffy used the 6 arms, he can 1v1 Big Mom.
Maybe. We'll have to wait and find out.
Oh my days. He can barely 1v1 Cracker, you're saying, oh my god.
I mean, that wasn't even a 1v1. Come on.
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
it was Nami.
Nami
Yeah.
won the fight. Let's just be honest.
No, for real. Nami MVP as fuck. Top people this arc were probably Nami. I'd say
Brook.
Brooke.
Brooke.
Not
for sure.
Nami.
What do you mean not Nami? Bro, no, she
No.
sold. She basically sold Cracker. She took out the enraged army by herself.
Okay, you making up stuff now. Okay, you gotta
Did
show-
she not
She
take
took
out the
out- she-
enraged army? Did she
No,
not?
she didn't.
Okay,
She
okay,
took out the
okay.
enraged
I don't
army.
Bro,
know.
go back to that statement with Galeb, man. Like,
I guess we're watching Two Piece now. No wonder where the 6 arm comes from.
Oh, whatever.
But yeah, I guess we'll end on that note. No 6 arms equal. Okay.
yeah.
By the
I mean,
way,
see you guys
guys,
later.
I still think this is gonna happen. Reiju and Jinbei are gonna die. It's gonna happen still.
I know you're gonna say that. God damn it! I was hoping you forgave it.
I know, no, I can't forget my prediction. It's still gonna happen. They're not gonna. We still got a few chapters before they officially the arc's over, and I think something's gotta happen. Like, Oda can't just leave it like this. He can.
No, Nikki.
I mean, I believe that more than 6 arms, but
I was just saying we got.
Yeah, exactly.
I was waiting for Nikki to say something with the 6 arms. Nikki, you lost your chance.
Yeah, no, I could have said that. Yeah, damn it. Good. You stole my thunder, Laz. Goddamn.
thanks, man.
Wait, what makes you think Jinbei's gonna die now? Like the time for sacrificing yourself is over.
Well,
I mean,
they still
I don't
have
know
to.
if it
It
is,
still
though.
takes 1 day to get
It ain't over
to
till
the
it's
other
over.
islands. So,
Yeah, it's gonna take at least 24 hours to leave the vicinity. So like,
Yeah.
and I reckon they're gonna get tracked down. Like, if Katakuri's observations that good to see into the future, he must be able to track them down. So,
yeah,
He's gonna be eaten by Big Mom next chapter, bro.
nah, that's not gonna happen. Like, you can avoid that. He might leave his brothers and sisters. I don't think he cares that much.
I mean, if Katakuri dies next chapter to Big Mom, man, like I don't know, torches and pitchforks at Oda's place.
No, I will, because to be honest, out of everybody in Big Mom's crew, like he's looked the best, even better than Big Mom to me. To be honest, like Big Mom's a beast, but her backstory ruined it for me. So
I feel like Struzan is look better than Katakuri. I mean,
Actually,
Katakuri
wait.
threw a couple of jelly beans and stuck somebody in mochi. It's like whatever.
But Struzan, okay, what he did was kind of cool, but still, it's like, when are we ever gonna see him do something else again that's on that level?
I don't know. Capone was like, "Yo, that guy's gonna be pretty strong in the fight. Watch when they come back. Zoro is gonna have to be fighting Struzan."
But I would actually that'd be such a hype fight. I'm not gonna lie. Fucking top tier, first mate versus first mate.
I mean, I'm still waiting for
Okay.
that shit, honestly.
So you can cut the bigger mountains. Anything else you guys want to say before the end of the stream? Then.
Damn, man.
We them boys.
Yeah,
Luffy
we
6
boys.
arms.
Yeah. We're doing a stream for that. I'm just letting you know, Ross.
Oh, actually,
yeah,
wait,
for
last
sure.
thing. Did
Spend
you guys
money.
talk about Stushi?
Who?
Oh, with the Genpo and stuff, right?
Yeah.
We kind of touched a little bit about it.
Okay,
Yeah, she can
cool.
do it.
I mean,
That's all we said.
I think that she could fight as well. Like she's just not all like, oh, she has like one move and that's it. Like she lets everyone else do the fighting. I think she's a fighter too.
Yeah, no, she has to be. I reckon. It will have
Stussy
to.
versus
And
Nami.
then again, this is like only tiny glimpses of like what we're gonna be seeing soon from Rob Lucci like, later on. Like he's probably gonna be more advanced than this.
Oh
Yeah,
hell
And
yeah!
I've seen for the other 3 from Dressrosa that we saw.
And I was gonna ask, like, just before we go, so do you reckon that they're gonna clock that Stussy's like a CP, like something off about her now?
I feel like she's pretty well hidden. I feel like unless Morgan says anything, I don't think anyone's gonna know.
Yeah, I mean, my only thing I can say is like, what like, do you think Stussy like she's just on her own or whatever? Like, she has an accomplice with her, possibly like on the island. We just haven't seen.
I kind of think she's on her
We
own.
haven't seen Carrot as much. I mean, we saw her in this chapter.
Here comes.
Oh yeah, where's Kara actually? I keep forgetting. Yeah,
I'm telling
like,
you, if we go to the Sunny and that fucking thing's gone, and we see Kaido's flag.
Oh, we
let's
see
get it.
Carrot with him right now. We see him next to Pedro.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think we saw her this chapter.
Fuck.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you
So I remember
guys
40
keep your heads in check.
No, because 44 reminded me last chapter we didn't see her at all. It was really weird. Like she just
She's like been
disappeared.
so irrelevant for a while now. It's just like and she literally just background character like
Who are we talking about?
with
Carrot.
Carrot.
Kara.
Who
And
is
the
that?
thing is,
Who's that?
and what do you think is gonna happen with Caesar? That's the last question I'd like to ask because I
I feel
don't
like
know.
he's out of the story, and next time we see him is in the cover page.
Nah, I want him to join the Straw Hats though so bad, but it's like
Yeah,
fuck.
Nami put an end to that.
Cut the stream.
Why?
why not though? She's
I mean,
just-
Nami
We talk about
put an
this
end
like
to it.
every week, Nikki.
no, he does.
This shouldn't even be a discussion. What,
Bro, in this
Like-
chapter, Nami stated the only reason
Why
he's never been
not?
on the cruise why he did those fucking kids at Punk Hazard. Like,
Well, he's a great addition to the crew, minus what he did to the kids.
I mean,
which is-
Nami.
yeah, but that's enough.
Yeah, he's a great addition. He's a great addition to the crew, sure, but he's a scumbag, and the crew despises him. So he's not joining. The
Well,
Bro, it's like you're
Hey.
letting a rapist into the crew.
It doesn't-
Like,
Oh,
it's just like-
whoa,
and then he's like,
whoa,
no,
whoa.
this is
just as simple as that.
Boy,
They don't
it's
like him. Have they
didn't
ever
think-
added or
wow.
invited anybody that they don't like to the crew?
Robin.
Yeah, I was gonna
They
say
didn't
Robin.
say Robin.
I mean, she.
What's Robin?
I would say they.
And
No,
she saved him.
original. Well, I guess he liked her, but no one else did. Remember they did.
I mean, Sanji liked her.
I mean, Sanji liked
Yeah,
her.
but Sanji likes other ladies.
first, and then when he looked at her, it's like, oh yeah.
Think like I don't think they really invited her. I feel like she just kind of jumped on the ship. and said,
Yeah,
"Okay,
she
fuck
did.
her."
Yeah, exactly.
She like forced herself.
Because I still
would say
think
this, bro.
season. I still think Caesar's gonna join, to be honest. But I hope somehow they pull it off.
I mean, Caesar's not even on the island anymore.
Isn't he?
Where else is he gonna go though?
He's gonna fly into the distance and get
Into
as
the
far away as possible.
I mean,
To
if this
where?
thing does- if his flying abilities have no
I don't
limits,
know.
it's good.
But he's screwed. Like he's wanted by the world government. He's like, Big Mom hates him. Any other Yonko
For example,
probably.
Stussy takes her. Takes him.
Yeah, actually, that's
That's a good possible. Yeah, that's correct.
Like, let's say like he's gonna try and like escape off on his own because again, it said 3 parties, and if he goes on his own with the court or whatever, right? Stussy just goes and fucking knocks him out. It's like, okay, now we're gonna go bring you back to Vegapunk.
Yep.
So you can go help him out with our big experiment of bringing back Uranus.
See,
Anyways,
So wait, last. Okay, now this is actually the last question. No, seriously. Do you think anybody's gonna join the crew that's new,
Jinbei.
like Pedro?
I want Kara to join.
I mean, Jinbei's not gonna make it, so it's like, all right.
I want
nothing
Carrot,
about
but
Jinbei.
she's gonna be on Kaido's crew.
I think Rage is gonna join.
So you really think
She's gonna be
Glass
dead, though. How's she
that
gonna join? Come on.
Carrot's gonna be the
Trader.
We don't have a poison type on
Trader?
the crew.
I want it to happen, honestly.
Oh, if Carrot's a trade, that'd be quite cool, actually.
I've been saying, dude, listen,
If
she's
there's
gonna
a mixed trader, Oda's gonna have to explain that because they showed how loyal they were in like that 816 chapter.
yeah, but then they gotta
Maybe
wonder
she's
too, like,
always,
how they
maybe
really
she's
get
always
this
loyal to Kaido. Huh?
Kaido's her father. Watch.
Yeah.
Kaido's her father.
Hey, it's
Bro,
not out of
he-
the realm.
he's literally just a giant rabbit.
Remember, they stated Big Mom said that thing. So like,
He's the Easter bunny. He's got the Easter bunny fruit.
Yeah, you notice how much hair that guy has on his head? He's hiding his ear buttons.
Yeah, but I just don't understand then why now. So you already could a long time ago could give the Kaido the poneglyphs or Jack the spot where they are.
I think he's just
No,
waiting for
but-
the moment to strike.
But she
Yeah,
didn't know
but-
about the poneglyphs, did she? Or did all the minks know?
They all the
I
mix
thought-
know.
Oh, they have to know the fucking red stone that's there. Like,
Yeah.
I thought only like okay.
Oh, I think only the
thought
top.
only-
I think only
Yeah.
the top people know.
yeah, top people knew. That's why. I thought.
From what they kind of described it as, at least.
Yeah.
I
Because like
don't know.
never they said like almost no
No,
one's
because
allowed
man,
here.
they should know because there was like, for example, the hiding spot of what is it, Razor,
Rizzo.
Rizo. Yeah, but like everyone knows about the whale tree, but it's like no one knows exactly what's there. You know what I mean? There could have been no need hiding there, but that's about it.
I don't know. Sounds crazy to me.
It does.
No, it
Fuck with
seems
you.
quite possible.
Fuck with
To me. It's like,
If she is the traitor,
Uh,
that'll be
'cause
very
if you-
impactful.
if you think about it this way, if they all knew about it, how come Peckhams didn't mention it like to Big Mom? Maybe.
But again, he was affiliated with Big Mom. Didn't know what happened on the island. Like,
Didn't mention
No, I
what.
meant about the poneglyph because she wants to obviously find the poneglyphs, right? So.
Yeah,
What's your argument?
but he's still loyal to the Mings.
Kinda.
yeah, he cares for his fam.
Yeah, okay, I guess, but it's like I don't know.
Come on, Nikki.
But yeah, let's just accept it. Okay, Carrot's evil.
Yep. But she'll still join the crew, just like Pudding.
Yeah. And
No,
Kyle just fucking censored
no,
it.
Pudding isn't joining the crew. that's
Nikki's
not happening.
Nikki's buying us drinks if Jinbei and Rachel survive and Pudding joins the crew. Or it's on the ship.
If those three
my.
specific things happen,
Yep.
Yep, I will buy you some virtual drinks.
Okay, I'll take it.
bro, I'll fly to England, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm straight edge, but I'll still have you buy it for me.
Well, for me, it's not a big problem. It's
Yeah.
only an hour away from me, so.
Yeah, you
Always-
can just send it by boat.
Mars always visits his sons on the weekend. So, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know you ain't talking to me, so I'm gonna like
Yes,
sidestep
I
that
do.
comment.
I think I know who he's
do.
talking
I
about.
only can see you in the weekend. I already talked with your mom about that. You know that.
Oh my.
Bringing out mamas now. Okay, it's like that. All right.
I mean, he has the right. Like,
Yeah.
he's your father. Oh shit.
Well, I guess we'll end the stream there. Now you guys know Dr.
Oh,
Phil.
whoa, it ain't ending like that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
just take it like shit like that.
Sibo, you ready
Yeah.
here?
Getting side attacked by lads and shit.
Yeah, I'm ready.
This old man being seen now.
Nicky, I'm your father.
See how old this guy is? He's doing references from the 70s and 80s. Like,
I don't know, but the movie is still here. I
Yeah,
think last year they made the new movie, right?
did they say that in the movie?
Well,
I mean, why not?
well, you see, I don't know if everybody saw it, but
Spoiler, who cares?
I haven't seen Star Wars, but fuck it.
okay, for the guys,
What?
people
Have you
that
not
see.
seen Star Wars? Sorry, I
And-
haven't
and-
seen it.
I've seen
No,
films.
but Nicky, at the end, you see him.
What in the new Star Wars?
What? Yeah.
Oh, you mean Rogue? Oh, you mean Rogue One? Okay. But he doesn't say anything.
No, but you see him.
But no, going
Yeah.
back to my point though, yeah, I've seen films 4 and 5.
What the fuck? You see what? You see what?
I've seen films 4 and 5, and it was like in the beginning of film 1, and I just stopped.
Okay, as long as you've seen 4 and 5, I can't hate. Those are the two best ones. So okay.
Yeah. But Star Wars is still ass. Anyways, let's end the stream.
Oh my god, this guy's a dickhead. Oh my god, this guy's a pure dickhead. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, you heard him. Hey, Nicky, or
This
Sibo,
guy.
you ready?
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Nicky, your
Guy
elementation comes
acting
next
reckless.
week, yeah?
What?
I said your elementation comes next week.
Now you're making
But yeah,
up
like the
weird
stream,
words,
like the
old
stream.
man.
Kind
Make
of
it-
difficult to do the outro with you guys talking, having a full blown conversation, huh?
Yeah, but
I'm
last thing
sorry.
though, like the stream.
This guy's talking some jibber jabber. So
Chipper.
Are you ready, brother Nikki?
I am ready, brother Steve-O.
See, you speak out what the fuck he said.
I said I'm ready, brother
Okay, go
Steve-O.
Oh,
Like the stream.
outer heaven.
Yeah.
Hashtag fuck class. Disassemble.
Oh, Nicky.